Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 20 of Dying Light 2, and a special early hello to Solid Chrome Hickey, who I want to note here in the opening moments, and I might bring this up again later as people fill in. This morning, Wood H gifted some subs to the channel, and I thanked her very much, and in the thanking of her and then a subsequent raid, completely overlooked the fact that Solid Chrome Hickey had also gifted a sub to the channel. Thank you very much. There is nothing quite like the feeling of realizing that you overlooked thanking somebody who made that investment in the channel, and I really appreciate that. Thank you very, very, very much. On our way into the game here, there's something that I'd like to try. This might go badly, so we might change it back. If we go in here to the options, when we go over to the video settings, one of the options here is... it's not on this channel, hold on. Yes, advanced users. So this has all been set the same way the whole way through. This is what's recommended by actually Digital Foundry. Now, this was the recommendations when the game came out, and one of them was for fog quality set to medium. Digital Foundry had specified this has a noticeable impact on performance and no noticeable impact on visuals to set it higher. They said that you have to be standing in a rarefied number, a very, very small number of places to ever even see the difference to set it above medium, so just don't even bother. Since then, there was a patch that allegedly specifically addressed that. It said that it increased the visual quality and also reduced the performance cost. So we're going to try setting that to high. And I just wanted to note that because I may undo that if this has like a negative impact on the performance. But with that, here comes episode 20. Let's... Like, I didn't realize that we were going to have the chance to make this, to take this option every single time. I'm pretty sure I did without event last time. You know what, if we're going to be able to choose it every time, let's do it. Let's do with event. That makes me wonder if I did it with event last time as well. Because when we played episode 19, the volatiles were definitely out in the city. And I think that's the event, but I could be... who knows. Maybe if we go back and watch the tape, I accidentally did it with event. And hello to Jab! Jab, I hope that your weekend has been going well. It is Sunday evening here, and I will note that I would say, hold on, before anything happens, it has, I would say that the humidity in our area has gone up 40% over the last, like, 2 hours. If this continues, I reserve the right to pause the stream momentarily and, to pause the stream momentarily and, what the hell's the phrase that I'm thinking? Turn on the air conditioner. Sorry, because the other thing that I wanted to look at is, and we're gonna have to leave this area to check it out. Oh, Harper. I don't know why we're with you, but sure, I'll talk to you because we might have some stuff that we can do. Oh, look at this. Head over to the Holy Trinity metro station. You'll find a board with directions to an abandoned dark zone. Prove your mettle by clearing it out in time and I might respect you a little bit more. Why not? Should we not do this? I feel like I want to do this. Let's go do this. We wanted... last episode, we were all story the whole way through. We got our grappling hook. Let's go find out what this is about. Now, are there any other daily bounties that we'd want to have? Special infected defeated during the same night. So we'd have to do 10 in one night. I don't think that that's going to go well. Volatiles defeated during the same day. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Spitter defeated using a takedown. That's probably not going to happen. Enemies defeated in co-op play. That also will not occur. This one we already have. And then the weekly bounties. Oh, yes. I actually really like having this one.
Too hard.
We get...
you alive to bring back those samples.
It's just an extra bonus. Every time that we get mutation samples, we save up 5,000 and then we get them. So, I'm sorry. Is there... I don't necessarily know what a Banshee is like. I feel like... is there an enemy called the Hag? I feel like if I take this, I'm never going to be able to do it, because I just don't use ranged weapons that often. Special infected during the same night. You know what? Let's pick it up, and I'm sure that we can cancel it if I don't wind up doing it. So, the other thing that I wanted to look at... Sorry, I just remembered. There is under controls, there's an expert grappling hook controls, which you can do with LB and RB. Okay. I did not know that. And I was thinking to myself, wow, the grappling hook seems really cool, except for the fact that you have to... Okay, I can't... Whoops. I did not realize that I was next to a zip line. Jab is saying it's 114 degrees here, but it only feels like 112. Oh my. I don't know if that was audible in the microphone. We just got a hell of a thunder crack here. So, be aware. So, if I can do the grappling hook without having it here, then I would probably want to fill this in with... Do I have throwing knives? I do. Yes, I do. So, how about a Molotov then? Yeah. That's not in. Okay. Now, we are going to have to test that. Hold on. Meet Jack. I want to go do the special mission that we just picked up, which I hope is somewhere here. We can also talk to Thalia. I didn't know that she was available. That's at night. That's the Carriers Guild. Oh, dear. Oh, no. So... St. Paul Electrical Station. I didn't know that that was a thing. And then challenges. Wow, I did not realize that there were separate things for this. Interestingly, though, what I don't have is a bounty. Like, the bounty thing that we just picked up, did that happen under inventory, or where did that go? Oh, boy. I got the ticket. Hold on, hold on. Can I go back up to him? Yeah, look at that. The 2 bumpers lets you do the grappling hook. Maxine says that anything above 86 is too hot. I could absolutely get behind that measurement. 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, crud. Where is he? He's up there. He, like, the mission mentioned something about, like, a map. Talk to Harper. Okay, but don't we already have this? Head over to the Holy Trinity Metro Station, Old Villador. Okay, is that marked in some way? This is, so here's Old Villador. We'll go up here. Trinity Station. It's almost certainly marked somehow. But I don't know how. Like, this honestly feels like a topic for Dr. Google. Like, how are you... So here's Trinity. The Holy Trinity Station. Okay. I'm going to head over here, and we'll see what, if anything, is available when we get there. 75 to 80 says Hickey is perfect. Yeah, that sounds about right. At 75, even high humidity can feel a lot more bearable. Look at this. Okay. Wow, No, let's just do the regular mission. This mission is a Dark Zone time trial. Use any means necessary to get to the lowest floor of the building within the time limit, but beware as there will be obstacles blocking your path and rooms filled with infected. Keep in mind that inside, some tools like the paraglider or grappling hook will be blocked, so traverse with caution. At the lowest floor, you enter an arena filled with enemies and guarded by powerful infected. Clear it out to complete the mission. Remember that death is a failure condition. Yeah, story of my life, man. It is highly recommended to complete a regular mission before attempting the Elite version. In the Elite version, you'll be provided with a specific loadout and face even more dangerous enemies, so be extra careful and faster than ever. Okay, Chapter 1 mission. Blocked action tools. So no paraglider, no grappling hook. And apparently the time limit is 5 minutes. But if we do it, then we get some sort of white mineral. So there you go. Also, it turns out that I have 2 tickets to do this. I did not mean to purchase a second one. I don't feel like I'm going to bother searching very much if I'm on a time limit. I mean, I know that I'm searching right now, even as I say that. Wait. I don't have my UV light anywhere, and I'm probably going to need it. Inventory. That's up here. Yes. Okay. Okay, it's not a kill everybody in this room, though. It's a keep going. That's the way that I just came in. Yeah, that's not going to lead me down. I need to get to the bottom floor. Okay, can I... Just hypothetically, could I maybe get out of here? Oh, this is great. This is great. Okay. How is it possible? How is it possible that I'm in the very first room and I don't know how to get out of here? No, this can't be. We started right here. I am actually the worst in the world at this. This is it. I am the worst participant in this particular challenge. Does anybody see anything? Oh, move. God damn it. It was marked in yellow paint. I should have known. Jab keeps his AC at 78. I could live at 78. 75 to 80, like Solid Chrome Hickey said. I feel like I could make that work under most conditions. Okay, well, you just keep right on barking. Okay. Suddenly really glad that I have 2 tickets to this. I've used half my time just basically getting down 1 floor. So I tried to use the blast mod, and it didn't do anything that I could say. Okay. Wow. He just pivoted right along with me. Well, I think we know where the next guy is. This is cool, by the way. Taking damage through this closed plywood, because he gets to attack me through the door. Yeah, no, super fair. Maybe if I can move it at the absolute end of his attack animation. Okay, now I can get through it. So that dude seemed kind of buggy. I can't squeeze through there. I'll tell you what, if I don't have to defeat that charger, I'm not going to bother. Oh, but I have to move this. Yeah, so we do have a problem. Wow. Okay, so I need to hit this guy in the back. Crud. And I'm going to have to take out his friends. I've got 20 seconds left, so this is clearly not going to happen. Getting stuck in the first floor, in the first room for... for a full minute was a big bummer. Yeah. So, every time that I do this, I have to spend a ticket, and I bet that's correct. I got some reputation points, though. So it's not like it's a total loss. It's a total humiliation. I ranked up.
Wow, kid, you did great. You did great failing that mission.
Yes. So I did expend a ticket to try it, and now we're going to try it again. Hopefully the layout is somewhat set. Okay, open, open, open. Cut it out. Okay, I need everybody to be dead because I have to do some lockpicking here. Nope. I also, hopefully, as far as I know, time spent in this menu is free. It's not counting down. I need to craft at least a couple of these. Preferably 6. Okay, now let's go to inventory. And are those the 6 that I just made? I'm 90% sure that they are. Good. Okay. Oh, you know what else I should do? You know what? This is a perfect chance to use the muscle booster. Yes. Do I want it right now? Yes, I do. Except I don't want that. Shit. So I'm actually very low on lives. Okay, can we... Okay, huff and puff. Let's do it. The fact that this guy spawns behind the door and just gets free swipes, that's ridiculous. Okay, yeah, congratulations. You really gamed the system there. Oh, there's the... Wow! That was the blast mod. That cleared the room. That was great. Or at least it knocked some people down. All right, we're coming up on halftime. Yep, see, I can only hit this guy from behind. I need him to, like, ram the wall or something. Come here. What is the secret to getting this guy? As far as I can tell, he pivots the very second that he... Shit. I think he's down. I think he's down. I'd stop to check his pulse, but kind of on a timer. Come on. Hello to Scaly1. Scaly1, I hope that your the rest of your Sunday has been okay. For some folks like Solid Chrome Hickey and Scaly1, we opened the day with them, and we are saying hello to them again. Okay, I didn't know that guy did that. It's a learning experience. And I don't want to go down there yet. Is this the room that I'm meant to clear of enemies? Because if it's not, I don't really know where else to be. Sorry, hold on just one second. Hold. Okay, sorry for the delay. Hopefully that was just a few seconds. Scaly One went out to lunch with friends. When I got into my car to leave, it said it was 124 outside. By the time I got home, it was down to 114. Wow. Really cooled off. Scaly One, as we've said, yeah, we've had this conversation in a couple previous streams. I hope you and everybody is doing okay. That sounds... And you guys, I do not know how to do this faster than I just did it. This definitely seems like the smaller room, or sorry, the final room. I can't clear these people in 5 seconds. Or at all. Yeah, so I'm gonna say that Harper's regular mission is probably at the moment beyond my abilities. I feel like my weapons are pretty good. I can take down a lot of zombies in 1, maybe 2 hits, but like, that charger, the trouble is, I can't have him attacking me when I'm trying to, like, move the cabinet out of the way. And although he's not very good at damaging me, he's very good at delaying me. So I think that we're going to step away from this for the time being. This seems like maybe I'm wrong, but it feels a little bit like end game or post game content. Let's go and return to the Carrier's Guild. So I'm going to set this quest, and then we'll go to the closest place. Yeah, here what we're dealing with is just humidity. It's just very humid. It's nothing like... You know, humidity can be uncomfortable, but I don't think it's going to... at least not at these temperatures, be as dangerous as what... Jab and Scaly One and... No, Maxine is not in the same zone as this. But other people have reported just being in extreme, like just sustained triple-digit temperatures for over a week. What was it, 10 days, I remember somebody saying it was going to be? I think that was Jab. Alright, well, that's going to take a minute, so we're going to go around. Okay, if I can just examine these scratches real quick, that'd be cool. There we go. There's our mutation sample. Now, the mutation samples, I just got 138. It's 300 mutation samples in order to get one of the regular mission tickets. So the currency that I paid to make those failed attempts, it's not that big a deal. You know, I'm not upset about making the attempt. It's just when something has a time limit of 5 minutes and I would need at least 10 minutes to get it done, I feel like I'm not yet at the position where this is going to be doable, I don't feel. Alright, see that? Oh, that does get me over here. Okay. So the carriers are basically like the mail guild, more or less. I guess we might deliver packages as well.
I'm finished.
Well done, Hotshot.
Your first delivery was a success.
Did I do the Pharaoh proud?
Funny. If by Pharaoh you mean me, then I approve. Now come back when you're ready for more. They're not all gonna be that easy.
Let's trade. I feel... Oh, wait. These are going to be swimming booster. Really? I was about to say, I bet that these are going to be blueprints. But now I remember, I think that these are actually... Like, as we rank up with this dude, I think that we'll get better stuff. And, oh, good. He's a vendor that I can sell to. Because as you can see, I've got some trash. But yeah, Samalander is here. Hello to Samalander. Samalander, thank you very much for the Homeworld 2 stream earlier today. I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't be upset. Really, a level 3 hammer? There's got to be a better one-handed weapon I can use for speed. Yeah, look at this, a level 6 one-handed machete. And here's something even better than that. So, stance meter damage. Oh, so there might be like a stance meter before they get like knocked down or something, like stunned, and I don't have that visible. So yeah, we're just gonna go with the one that has the more damage. Yep, the one that has the more damage. I feel like this long axe probably sucks, and the long mace, yeah. Unique long axe. Artifact one-handed axe. Well, it's only level 4 is the trouble, so we're just going to be rid of that. Also, let me sell all my valuables. That's another 4,800. Or, sorry, 4,080. And hello to Jody K, who is back. The stream went weird for me. Got the arrow red button. And Addy is saying, when Dark Souls again? So, I have never played Dark Souls. I did play... And Addy, I hope that you're having a nice weekend so far. I did do an exhibition stream of... Bloodborne. Oh.
I'm back for more.
That's the spirit!
Okay.
And before I send you on your next run, I have another history lesson for you. This time, I'm gonna take you farther back. To Mesopotamia. Like, 9,500 years ago, when writing itself was invented.
Writing? Wow.
Expressly for the sake of deliveries, no less. People used to order goods by sending out clay tokens. Each one had notches carved in them to show how many items they wanted.
So I'd send you a clay token with 3 notches, and you'd send me 3 items, like fish or hats.
Aye, something like that. It's what started everything we do. Everything the Carriers Guild is about.
Oh, I guess we're not just messengers after all.
No. Now take this box where it needs to go. It's fragile, so be careful.
What the hell is going on? Okay, so this might be the community thing, and I'm not doing this. So we're going to go ahead and get right back out to... I don't know how that came to happen. No offense to whoever that was, but I didn't intend to jump into some sort of a multiplayer thing. So Addy's saying, back then, I followed you and I liked your commentary and voice a lot. Addy, I appreciate that very much. Yeah, Bloodborne, so I've never played a Dark Souls game. I played a little bit of Demon Souls, the original version on PlayStation 3. Yeah, that was a PlayStation 3 game. Yes, it was. And did not make it very far. I have tried a lot of Bloodborne. No, I can't say a lot of. I have spent more time in Bloodborne than I have any other From Software game, and find that it is not for me, unfortunately. I love the fact that there's a lot of people out there who get a lot out of those games, but, you know, it would not be the worst idea if I actually tried an actual Dark Souls game. I will say that based on its like premise and the artwork and stuff, I would think that of the... So there's two From Software games... There's two From Software games that I think would land with me pretty well. One of them is Bloodborne, and I tend to bounce off of that one real hard. The second one is Sekiro. It is conceivable that Sekiro would really be like a perfect game for me. And we can go ahead and deliver this. Okay. It is possible that Sekiro would be awesome, because Sekiro again is sort of like what would you say, like a genre, a setting and a gameplay style that I feel like I would really enjoy. Like, I'm a big Ninja Gaiden fan. People say that game's pretty hard. It can be challenging. I like it a lot nonetheless. And maybe I would find, you know, some benefit from Sekiro. Okay, that was... I just didn't release in time was all. Ow! Oh! Brained on this overhang. I'm not even sure exactly what this is supposed to be. So, yeah, we're gonna head over in this direction. So, I want to see if I can, like, swing over to this. Oh, I can. Okay. So that's good. Definitely going to take some time to learn what is the correct use of the grappling hook. Ronan says, Sekiro is not Soulsy, even though it is a From game. I've seen people succeed with parry spam. Yeah, so actually, you guys are reminding me. After this stream, I will take a look to see what Sekiro is up for on the Steam sale. And if it seems like it's at a good threshold, I might give that a shot. In the event that I play Sekiro, it would probably be very much like the Bloodborne stream, where it would probably be, oh boy, positioned as something of like an exhibition stream. Like, hey, let's check it out. You know, let's see what it's like. Yeah, my concern with it is that, like, there's a large community of people who absolutely, like, they really adore these games. And for me, it feels like when I don't have that reaction to it, it feels like it's coming across as challenging the experience that they have, when that's not my intent. I love the fact that there's so many people who enjoy the FromSoft games. And maybe Sekiro will be the one, but otherwise it just feels like... It feels like a lot of people will come and like, oh, this is great, somebody's experiencing it for the first time. And at least with, like, Bloodborne, I've tried it a couple times. Like, people talk so highly of it, and it's just... I don't get there with it. I don't cross that threshold where it's like, oh, this is what everybody really likes about it. Similar thing as Angel learns how to Spider-Man in Dying Light. It would be awesome. I'm already getting the sense in this game that if you open it up and go to, like, I think that it's like... I bet there's a dedicated, like, speedrunning community that can just, like, navigate from one end to the city to the other in, like, a, you know, 3 seconds flat. Not 3 seconds, like 3 minutes. And they probably pull off, like, these incredibly wild parkour moves along the way.
I have a package for you.
What's my brother sent this time? Oh, very funny, Angelo.
What is it?
A clock. A busted one.
Yeah, I was careful.
You did fine, son. He sent it busted. His little joke.
I don't get it.
My brother Angelo is a cynic. I'm 84. He's the baby of the family at just a year younger. So he sends a busted clock. Who needs a clock these days, especially at our age? What is time anymore? Do you even know what day it is, precisely?
What? Not really.
Right. It's just the next day after the day before. And that's how it'll go till we die.
And that's funny?
Okay, so Angelo won't be headlining any comedy club soon, if there were any. but this old man finds him amusing. Thank you, son.
Okay, return to the Carriers Guild. I'm not gonna lie, if I can fast travel back there, I feel like right now it would just save a bunch of time. Yeah. Ronan is saying Bloodborne is easily his favorite PS4 exclusive, though he wishes it wasn't an exclusive. It doesn't surprise me if people bounce off of it. Yeah, So I'll just note two things very quickly. Number one, because for anybody that came in, I adjusted the fog settings, the volumetric fog, from medium to high. I noticed no visual change and no performance changes so far. You know, maybe we'll feel differently about that as we go. I still don't know that I've worked out the fastest way up here. But yeah, part of it is going to be developing the muscle memory to like remember, oh, both the bumpers will shoot the grappling hook. I'm back. Teach me more about the mail.
It looks like you've got another notch on your clay token, Hotshot.
That was an eccentric old man.
Flavio? Aye. Well, he and his brother are quite a pair. Old as dirt. Probably pre-Mesopotamian. Not everyone out there is that entertaining, though. You'll see. Well, that is if you want to keep at it. Come back when you're ready for another delivery.
Well, if he'll let me do it, we'll press on.
What do you have for me this time, Professor?
Professor? Ha! You're catching on. Nice one. Today is Envelope Day. Humanity's been using envelopes since before the Egyptians made them out of papyrus. But it was the Chinese who invented paper envelopes at the suggestion of some smart guy who realized that papyrus, silk, and other materials were too darned expensive. Maybe that's why they were called cheapo. 'Cause that guy was a cheapo.
That's the reason.
All right, Hotshot. Lesson time's over. I've got some envelopes that need to go to different places.
Well, you can count on me.
Okay, I like having these missions because what we're actually going to do is take a look to see what's closest and then probably go do that. Or what's the lowest level. And hello to Blobbity Blah and Grumpy. So, gosh, that brings up a couple things. One, and shorter, Grumpy, I'm really sorry that the SpongeBob DLC for Power Wash Simulator was so disappointing. Like, I could really hear it that you were expecting more for what was, I believe, their first paid DLC. I think that Grumpy was done in... Like, Grumpy, what would you say between the time that you played off-stream and the time that you played on-stream? Because your on-stream of it was, like less than half an hour. But I didn't know how much time... Like, Patikin said that you had done a couple levels before going on-stream. But regardless, it was $8 for a very small amount of content. And also, I heard you note, made a big mess of your other content. Like, you had trouble... What is the B? That's another player again. Okay, so we're gonna have to... Yeah. I'm not intending to be in multiplayer experiences and then dropping out on people. I feel like that's extremely rude. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to... Is it the online menu? Call for help. Visibility public. Oh, that must be it. How do I not be public? I have absolutely no idea. So, what if it's under options? Here we go. Single player. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I can't imagine that anybody out there was like watching the stream and tried to join, but yeah, I'm sort of doing story missions. I didn't intend to go online with it.
But he wouldn't let me.
Okay, so yeah, so Grumpy was playing the SpongeBob DLC, and it was over very quickly, and then like also screwed up his progress and his records in his other DLC, and it was kind of miserable. All right, let's see if we can do this. We can. I have to work on what it means to do that. Oh, okay, sure. And then B, hold on, because I wanted to read it specifically. Salmolator, thank you very much for doing the shout-outs also. Let me roll back. Blobby Blah was saying, speaking of Dark Souls, I've tried to play it for the first time yesterday. Do people really play it with a controller? Blobby Blah, again, I am not the Dark Souls master by any stretch of the imagination, but I would wager that most people have played it with a controller. Like, I think that even people who play it on PC play it with a controller a lot of the time. That may not be accurate. I cannot say anything about whether that's a better or a worse way to experience the game. But like Puppery, for example, as far as I know, Puppery plays Elden Ring, for example, on PC, but does so with a controller. I may be mistaken on that. It is increasingly clear to me that I cannot get into this building from this side, so we're going to have to go find another way in. I honestly don't know if that's a way in. Let's assume that it is. And Ronan and Salmolander were taking a look at the menus. Yeah, it took me a second. That must be because I chose to do like the with the event on. And what sucks about that is that whoever that was, and probably the prior person as well, they're probably actively looking for a game where they can like coordinate with people. They want to do the event stuff, and so they're joining this game with nothing more in mind than like doing the event together. And then me, just a total stranger, is just like randomly dropping out, and that sucks. It makes it less fun for them.
I'm from the Carriers Guild.
Did our parents send you?
Who is it?
Shh, baby. How did you find us?
That's what the Carriers Guild does, but no one else knows. Not even whoever sent that letter.
It's from your parents. And my dad, too.
What did they say?
To come home. That they forgive us. That we can work this out.
Let's go, Mickey. I don't want to hide anymore. I want to go home.
It could be a trap, baby. A trick to get us to come back and then separate us once and for all.
Please, Mickey. I can't live like this. I miss my mom.
But I love you, baby. I don't want them getting between us again.
But, Mickey!
I'm gonna leave you kids to it. Good luck.
I don't know. I feel like if she misses her mom, and the reason that she's not able to communicate with her mom right now is because her boyfriend, who I'm sure that she also cares about, is like keeping them apart. That sounds like a bad deal from the boyfriend. I feel like the boyfriend either has to find some way to make peace with the family. I'm just saying that, like, she's known her mom probably a lot longer than this guy. If her mom was, like, abusive or, like, a jerk and she wants to get away from her, I completely understand that. But to step away from a relationship that you cherish with a close blood relative because your romantic partner doesn't get along with them, then maybe the romantic partner and the blood relative just need to stay away from each other and have a sufficient level of respect for you and your feelings to, like, just each have a different section of your life, you know? I don't know. I'm Dr. Philling this. Oh, there's nothing down there. relationship between these two that is just like, just a little vignette that I imagine will not come up again.
A letter for you, sir.
I'm sure it wasn't easy to get here.
Doesn't have to be easy. I just do my job.
Well, I sure am thankful for you and the Carriers Guild. Here's a little something extra.
Oh, that's not necessary.
Nonsense. Take it with my thanks.
I got $50? Okay. Okay, return to the Carriers Guild. Well, let's go back to the Carriers Guild a little later. I want to see if we can get to this unknown location. See how it's up very high? There's some places like this and like this that I've never been able to get to, and I think it's because we didn't have the grappling hook. I bet we can get there now. A lot of people are saying on PC it's a port, but I guess I just hate the camera with a controller. I could not play it like that and proceeded with keyboard and mouse. I can absolutely understand that. I don't think I have very much to sell, so we're not going to worry about that. I want to head over here to this question mark. Yeah, I know some people that just like they just can't get aboard with. Hold on. They just can't get on board with keyboards and mice. They don't like those. Okay, so we are somewhere. Okay, well, I'm glad that this is marked now. Sorry, that's a lot of so's. I cannot go in here right this second, or I bet if I could, it's just going to be swarming with volatiles. So we should mark this as a come back tonight option. But yeah, blah, 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 if like keyboard and mouse is more comfortable for you, that's the way to go. I would not be surprised if a lot of people like the controller. This is why I like controller in third-party games. It feels more tactile and immediate doing like doing the combat than it does trying to do it with keyboard and mouse for me. You may have a very different experience, and then, yeah, keyboard and mouse works great. Like, Mia played both Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 primarily with keyboard and mouse, and that would have felt very, very different to me than the way that I played it on a controller. So, I would like to see about getting up there. There are some vents on this building. If I can get up to the top of it. I'm gonna try to go into the building over here. Okay, this is many infected. I would prefer not to fight my way through. Whoops. I do not see ways over there. There's like a whole windstorm happening here to my left. I don't know that we can get much of that. Let's see if we can. Oh, I'm in big trouble. Okay, game, whatever you say. That was a hard fail state. I should be extremely dead. Also, I should have been able to grab onto the side of that ridged building. Okay, and this is just directional, right? It doesn't go up at all. Okay. So... And now I'm just gonna fall. Yeah, I believe that the From Software games, the Dark Souls, the Sekiro, the Bloodborne, Elden Ring. Now, in fairness, I haven't tried Elden Ring. Elden Ring is another one that I might feel a lot I might find a lot more inviting because it's more open world and you have a lot more, I think, freedom in where you go and what you choose to proceed. And I think that particularly with like either having some advice from chat about where would be a good place to try to go based on, you know, my build or like what my character's capable of and what I'm capable of as a player. That would be interesting to try at least. Like even Tom Chick has been like, yeah, you should give this a shot. So we have confirmed, by the way, I cannot Super Mario wall jump between these two surfaces, right? I can go up here, turn, jump. Yeah, no, he just falls after the second one. And I can't go under here. So I think I'm going to stop trying to get to this question mark because I feel like I am absolutely no closer than I was 10 minutes ago. And I'm not seeing any good options to get up there. It is very high. Oh, well, hold on. That big, long yellow pole goes all the way up. Can I climb that, or is that a slide down? Hello to Haseo! Haseo, how has your time been with Final Fantasy 16? Also, Haseo, I was mentioning to a couple of people, I think just yesterday, looking back through some old clips, you also have been responsible for pulling some awesome clips from this channel over the years. So I just wanted to thank you for that as well. Okay, like, how would you even get started here? Even if I could climb this pole, I wouldn't... Like, I just want to double check. I cannot climb this pole, right? No. It's not one of those, like, hug and climb poles. Oh, also, Salamander. So I just so that everybody knows, I'm not going to say any spoilers at all. When I say that Salamander, we got a chance to watch Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, since it's on Paramount Plus, and I enjoyed it very much. I don't think anybody would accuse it of being super high art or anything like that, but I had a very good time watching that movie. And, like, it's difficult to overstate how bad. I don't know that anybody could... You could get silly with it. It would be very difficult to overstate exactly how bad the Thora Birch, Jeremy Irons, Dungeons & Dragons movie was. Yeah, so the wind is pushing against me. I cannot go in this direction. I can only lose altitude. Up, up, up! Okay, and he really does not want to grab that. Yeah, and this is where I was last time. This is where I was the exact last time that I did this same thing. Jody K liked it too. Salamander also enjoyed it very much. So here's my completely non-spoilery review. And I really want you to know, this is, it's not even really about themes. Like, here's what they did with the Dungeons & Dragons movie that is extremely smart, that as far as I have seen, other attempts to adapt Dungeons & Dragons into a, like, major motion picture failed at. It was a story about people. It was a story about regular people, most of them humans, but not all, who happened to be living in a world that was governed by Dungeons & Dragons rules, which meant that there were half-elves and tieflings and trolls and other animals that are not like of our world. But the people, the human beings, were recognizable. And I don't mean like just the humans. I mean like the people that live here, that like talk and have agency in the story. They were telling a story that was extremely relatable, even though the setting was fantastical. And that got you invested in their tale and subsequently more interested in like figuring out what the rules of this universe are. Like, it would be fun, at least to me, to be extremely sarcastic here and talk about how at one point in the movie you have to pull out the rule books to make sure that the druid is adhering to exactly what they can and cannot do at this particular level. But setting aside all the joking, it's just a good movie that requires no prerequisite knowledge at all, and I think that anybody could watch it and be like, hey, that's actually a pretty good fantasy movie. I enjoyed that. And like this building, I can't go higher. Whoops. By comparison, I would suggest that the Thora Birch movie was a movie of ideals, but they were so clumsily handled that it came off as extremely insulting. And then, since every other part of the movie was extremely poorly done, it was that kind of special blend, that movie, of being extremely dull and insulting and borderline offensive some of the time. So yeah, that movie was really, really, really bad. I have no idea how to get on top of this building. I will now stop trying. It is almost nightfall. There was an inhibitor container right here. So this is weirdly positioned behind this building. Let's go get this. Samlander watched it 3 times and needs to watch it a 4th now that I have the DVD and can break it down. Samlander, I would love to see a video running it down. Mr. Aseo says, soloing Final Fantasy 16 because I want to enjoy the story, but when I stream it again, it's going to be more fun. And then also agreed that the new D&D movie was good. I haven't thought about getting to that question mark. Samlander, I am all ears. And I will just note quickly that if the idea has to do with climbing up the rope, as far as I can tell, I can't. You know, there's no... I can swing around on it, but I can't actually, like, ascend it, because that would be super helpful if I could. Possibly game-breakingly good. See, now I want to wait to hear what Samlander's idea is. Jody K is saying that I need the Zelda Ascend. That is probably a Tears of the Kingdom thing. I don't know much about that one yet. Okay, don't hit the building. Samlander, if you have, so that wind blows in one direction towards the building you're trying to get on top of, correct? Maybe something high up in the start of that would let you get down there. I feel like I'm having difficulty getting up the building or even finding anything at all to climb on that would allow me to make use of that wind, but I think that it would be a good idea to try it out. Okay. These guys seem way, way, way more dangerous than the guys that live in the buildings. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. I think the key with the volatiles is just at night, just stay away from them. Like, I really hammered on that guy and he just was not interested. Jody K is headed back to Hyrule for now, but dropping a lurk. Jody K, thank you very much for the lurk. Okay, think for 1 second. I still want to go get that inhibitor container. We just have to do a better job of not getting spotted by instant death monsters on the way. And immediately there's an instant death monster, so we're going to go somewhere else. Okay. It is here. Okay, dude, come on. fuck? I am taking a lot of electrical damage. Hold on. So let me take a quick huff. And yeah, if we were interested in doing a spoiler stream, I would talk in a lot more detail about the specific things that I think that the movie did well. But chief among them, if you understand, like, what it feels like to be a member of a family that you like, then you'll be able to relate to the characters in this movie. Like, if family, either found family or, like, family by birth is important to you, if you understand the concept of why it would be important to anyone, then you're already going to do pretty well with understanding what this movie is about. And again, just because the setting is fantastical does not mean that the situations need to be unrecognizable. And that's something this movie really understood. Let me think, because there was one other thing that we were talking about here. The movie also felt clever. It felt really smart. And specifically, it felt to me at a couple points where, like, I firmly believe that this was a movie script written by skilled storytellers that, you know, understood what people might want to see in Dungeons and Dragons. I believe that it's just good writing. That said, if somebody were to tell me that this was an adaptation of an actual Dungeons and Dragons adventure where a team of extremely clever and inventive players found some inventive uses for a tool provided to them by the DM, and also sometimes rolled so catastrophically poorly that the DM needed to, like, offer additional ideas on how to get through things in a way that never felt tropey or Deus Ex Machina, just like, oh shit, all those stuff we tried didn't quite work out, and now we have to, like, but it also doesn't become irrelevant. It just felt smart. It just felt smart, and I don't think that that's a really great description, but it's where I am with that movie. So going here is a non-starter. The VNC Tower is just a landmark. We have so many things to do at night. I'm just trying to think of what they are. We can check our journal. Yeah, let's go back to quests. So this happens all the time. That happens all the time. I'm not going to do that, or that, or that. I don't know where to go for this yet. Finish the job, yeah. Black Widow. Is this... I think this is one that I have to do at night. I think. Okay, like, see, there's a dude that I don't want to interact with, so... Yeah, this is... Yep. I want to go that way, and I don't feel like I can, so... Also, I just really like the characters, and I thought that everybody that was in there. It feels weird to say this about, like, a veteran actor that everybody's known forever, but I have to say I thought that Hugh Grant in particular did a really great job. You know, Chris Pine I find highly enjoyable in everything that he's in. I like Michelle Rodriguez in everything that I think that I've seen her in. There were a couple actors in there that I don't recognize but would love to see in more things. And then Hugh Grant is in there and just seemingly having a great time with it. Oh, not this again, where they, like, hang out right at the perimeter. Let's see if we can just, like, go. These volatiles, they're not dummies. They know exactly where they can stand, and they just wait for you to come back out. It had heart, said Sam Lander. It really did. Hold on, I do want to see more of what people might be saying, but I'm just trying to... Can I not with that guy? Okay, 96 meters and up. What am I... Nope, I don't want to fall. Sam Lander says the characters didn't snipe at each other in hateful ways that the Marvel movies do nowadays. So I've not noticed a lot of that in Marvel movies, but I also have not seen a lot of the more recent movies and shows. So things might have taken a turn in the ones that I haven't seen. I guess I don't really have to be up on this one. Why am I so bad at the stupid grappling hook? Sam Lander is saying that Guardians of the Galaxy, which D&D gets compared to a lot, the characters bitch and snipe and make fun of each other. I certainly noticed that. I noticed that specifically with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, now that you mention it. I took real issue with the way that Drax the Destroyer, I felt that his character underwent a fairly significant personality change from... Wait, is this really it? This is where I was going the whole time? Okay. From Volume 1 to Volume 2. And I thought that he became a lot meaner and a lot crueler in ways that I didn't really appreciate. So I certainly found it there. Now that I wasn't thinking of that at first, but...
Talk to me, son. Does a video still have a code?
Okay, we're just gonna leave that man sitting on air. Find Josh in the fisheye at night.
Hello.
I'm looking for Josh.
Ah, thick of your teeth? He not here, thank God.
God, I hear PKs were butchered in the VNC Tower. I had a feeling it would end the same way as it did for the Nightmares.
You've traveled through the Outlands. Any other cities still standing?
I don't think I'm allowed to answer that question, unfortunately. I'm a silent protagonist most of the time.
You know what, Josh? I'm looking for him.
Buy me a shot. Maybe I'll remember something.
First info. Another shot and you'll be completely worthless.
Josh, he gotta be swimming in booze somewhere around here. Either that or fist deep in someone's face.
What are you up to these days, Aiden?
Aw, don't act so offended. I was paying your tits a compliment.
How about I pay your balls a compliment with my shoe?
Everything all right?
There you are. You aren't gone a minute and Dick for Brains here starts hitting on me.
Sorry, my dude. I was just making sure your girl was safe.
So where is your boyfriend?
At the bar, buying me a beer. Go ahead. Buy yourself one, too.
I mean, why not?
Haven't seen you here before. Where are you from?
Nowhere that matters. I'm looking for a friend. You ran across a guy named Josh. It's regular, I hear.
Rings a bell. What do you want with him?
Just swap stories of our love lives.
Could swap a few of those myself. But sure, if I see him, I'll let you know. Take care.
But hey, your beer.
No worries. I got it.
Living the high life, aren't you?
I heard you mention Josh. Try the roof, man. Way he smacks folks around, he knows he's not wanted in the bar.
Thanks.
The way I see it, she was not having a good experience. She used Aiden as an excuse to get that guy to bug her off. If Aiden, like, just hangs out with her, even just for a few minutes, so that that guy, like, confirms what's going on and then, like, buggers off and just leaves, then you've helped her out and it took like a minute of your time. So it's fine.
Couple
tell me, man. She's still...
And hello to Jägermeister. Jägermeister, I hope that your weekend has gone very well. I actually don't know, Jägermeister, if you live in the United States or elsewhere, but if you are in the United States, I hope that you're going to have some extra time off this weekend for Independence Day, and if you don't, I hope that you have a great week regardless. Hold on, can I... Josh's hideout. There we go.
Rising from the ashes lately. People need help.
So that zip line looks like it goes directly to it, if I can figure out a way to get there. Everybody good? Okay. Awesome! Jägermeister's on vacation from now until a week from tomorrow. That's awesome, Jägermeister.
You're Josh? I want to talk to you about Elena.
Elena sent you? She sucked her latest cash cow dry already? Or maybe she wants to see me?
Nobody sent me. I hear you know a thing or two about Elena. Important things.
Yeah, right. You want to fuck her like all the rest of us. Now get out of here before I lose my temper and rearrange your face. I'm trying to listen to my tunes.
I want to introduce you to
Oh, I'm shit, Josh, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that.
What?
Flip the fuses, now!
Okay, do you want to maybe gesture with one of your appendages on where I would go to do that? I'm so sorry. Elena, it was a bit since we started this quest. I agreed to help Albert the No. Jolly was certain that Elena, her father's new girlfriend, was a Black Widow, taking her beau's money and then killing them. The only witness alive who could confirm this was Elena's ex-boyfriend, Josh. We asked around the canteen. When I found Josh, he was drunk and aggressive. He tried to ignore me by turning up his music, which blew the fuses and caused the UV lamps to go out and open an invitation to infected.
Thanks.
And I'll talk. What secrets of Elena's are you keeping?
All right. We hooked up not long after she lost her husband. Third chump in a row to kick it after being with her. You see? Spend money on her like it was going out of style. And then it was just gone. Clearing my head real quick, and I realized poison. She poisoned her former lovers, and she was doing it to me.
Poison? What kind?
Got her own secret recipe. Apparently passed down from her old lady.
Now, from what I hear, you just as easily had alcohol poisoning.
You think I don't know the difference? It's booze that saved me. I'm convinced. Knocked out that damn poison and saved my fucking life. Elena's a goddamn witch. She's got a whole stash of this shit in her apartment. Keeps it in these little orange boxes. Go check out her place on the ship.
Okay, I'll take a look.
Okay, now I understand why this quest had to be done at night, because otherwise, during the daytime, the lights would have gone off and... yeah. Oh no, the fuse blew. Hey, can you get that for me? Thanks. Anyway, where were we? The other thing, like, Patikin was talking the other day about, like, the types of comedies that he likes, and, you know, Mia was talking about, what is it, like Monty Python and stuff, and the kind of comedies that she likes, and a lot of people like. For me, one of the, like, a style of comedy that I really like is when the situation is serious. Like, it's not being played, the situation is not being played for laughs, it's not people just being silly or stupid, but the people themselves are funny. And, like, a good example of that to me is Ghostbusters. I think Ghostbusters is like the gold standard of that. The threat is real. The ghosts are menacing. They are hurting people and scaring people. And, you know, it's not like a hard R, but it's kind of a, you know, things in the original Ghostbusters start to get kind of apocalyptic. But the people who are facing that happen to be both very smart and very funny, and that's what makes the movie work so well. Dungeons & Dragons is not Ghostbusters, but it's a familiar style of humor where the situation is serious, but the people happen to be fairly entertaining about it in a way that feels welcome and not disjointed or unpleasant, which is the case that Sam Leonard was making. I am going to here. Oh, and I've got a few quests here. Quests to pick up or drop off or some other thing. Yeah, I've got all the reasons to go over here. The next closest thing that I would compare, so, other Dungeons & Dragons movies are not a good comparison for this one, because the other Dungeons & Dragons movies, at least the one that I've seen, are awful. Like, they're awful movies. They're poorly written, poorly acted, poorly executed. The stories are a huge mess. The direction is a mess. Things happen with no rhyme or reason, and then Thora Birch just announces to, like, an entire generation, like this generational societal systems of masters and slaves. You are now all equal, and then, like, all of the economic strife, all the social strife is just resolved, just like that. It's wonderful. It's terrible. It's a terrible, terrible, terrible movie. So the next closest, like, point of comparison that I have for this is not Lord of the Rings, which is way different. It would probably be the World of Warcraft movie, which is a film that I'm very sorry did not get a sequel, because that first movie was not very good.
You there?
Hold on.
Luan, hello? Hey, I'm getting really worried.
You can stop then. I'm fine.
Luan? What's going on? Where are you? Luan? Luan? Oh, shit.
Look, she says she's fine. She probably, at a minimum, needs some space and time. The thing was, World of Warcraft had the bones of being a good movie. World of Warcraft had everything there except either time or better writing. And I know that sounds like, well, yeah, dude, you have bad writing, you're not going to have... It was just, I feel like they tried to shove too much stuff into that first movie because they felt like they had to do so much establishment for what they surely expected was going to be an ongoing, like, series of films. So it made that classic mistake of not telling a clear, cogent, exciting, interesting story in the first movie, but rather spend a lot of time setting up for future things. Like, do I remember his name correctly? Khadgar? Why did everybody hate Khadgar so much in that movie? I remember watching this movie and being like, this person has done nothing to deserve this level of enmity from every single person in the whole movie. And that's distracting when everyone in the movie is reacting like this guy smells of dog shit and they just can't stand his presence. And you're sitting here as a viewer being like, I have no idea where any of this is coming from. And yet so much of the movie has to rely on the other characters mistrusting and disliking this person for literally no reason. that doesn't feel like it's a very good execution on the story. Dungeons & Dragons does not have that problem. It tells a great story and understands that if the story is entertaining, people like it, maybe then they'll get to revisit these characters again in the future. So we're here for the evidence of the Black Widow. I think the poison, specifically, if I followed that conversation correctly. Oh, and I'm sorry, I read this and then didn't say it out loud. Jägermeister saying that he's planning a surprise 50th birthday party for his pickleball partner. So that'll be a lot of fun. It really will, Jägermeister. Hopefully, now that I think about it, your pickleball partner does not watch this channel, or else it won't be very much of a surprise, but the odds are in your favor on that one. So seriously, that's an awesome thing to be spending your time on. Thank you on behalf of your friend and your pickleball partner, and I hope that you guys have a great time with it. Also, the movie Airplane is great. It is the opposite of what I just said about the situation being serious. Airplane is zany, nuts, hilarifun, and it is very good at being that.
Stop. One wrong move, and I skewer you like a pig.
Oh, you're gonna need a much bigger knife.
So you're a thief.
Tell me about this.
Fuck you. This is my apartment. Get out now before I call the guard.
I'll go for it. Sure they'd want to know about your poison, too.
So, you found Josh, and he said that I tried to poison him, right?
Yeah, and that you're currently conning a man so that he'll turn over his shop and money to you, right?
Except you've got plenty of experience killing, right? Hey, we all got our ways to survive. If mine is to have chumps throw their money at me, and their way is to throw all their money at me, well, win-win, I say. But I've never killed anyone. No way.
Why should I believe you?
You took the drunk's word for it. Why not take mine?
Hey, there's more than that here. Remember 4 dead men, all while involved with you?
What makes you think I killed them, and not, oh, I don't know, the virus, or zombies? Look, wet behind the ears, that's medicine. My mother was a medic and taught me a few things.
Open up! What's going on?
Hide it, quickly.
I do not have enough information to accuse this woman of murder.
It's nothing. Just a disagreement. A loud one, I guess.
What's that in your hand? Got an anonymous tip to search this apartment for poison. There's talk of a murder. If this really is poison, as suspected, this woman will hang tomorrow.
You've got to help me! You hear me? Please! I'm not a murderer! Find Baba. She has a shop on St. Paul Island. She'll clear my name. She's a plague witch. Show her what you found.
Yeah, look, if she's been poisoning people, I'll tie the rope myself. If she's not, then I don't want to see her be put to death. Kind of the problem with the death penalty. If you're a little bit wrong, you don't get to take it back. So we're going to go see the Plague Witch. Margaret? Oh, maybe it's a different one. I want to say that we met a Plague Witch before named Margaret, but I could be misremembering the name. And yeah, this is going to be our top priority because, like, let's not dawdle on the she hangs at sunup. Oh, well, see, here I am saying that I'm not going to dawdle, but I'm also not going to work away from this quest. Tracker wanted. Generous offer rewarded for the capture of a deserter. Got the stuff to track down this filthy traitor. See, Meyer PKHQ. Why did it take 20 seconds to load that texture? Don't get me wrong, it just isn't that complicated, I didn't think. Okay, but we're not going to do that one. Can I get this other one downstairs? And I just want to note, this is the same woman from the bar, right? Like, I'm not misunderstanding that.
So often.
Excuse me, what is this place?
How can you not know? Wait. Are you that pilgrim?
It depends.
He must have been on the VNC Tower mission. My name is Kyra. I'm Leon's wife.
Leon. My condolences. He was a great man, an excellent soldier.
Like everyone in Squad 404.
Squad 404?
Haven't you heard of them? They were legendary. They were the ones who helped get Frank out of the VNC tower. They were the ones who defended the Missy when the infected got inside. They were role models for every PK. And at this point, we should honor their memory.
How do you know Squad 404 so well?
I was their radio operator. I heard the last blows they got. And their last words. I can still hear them. In my dreams. But that's a good thing, you know? Because we mustn't forget them. And this place, the PK should honor their memory here, just like they did with the others who fell.
Yeah, I know what you mean. To remember. It's our duty.
Pilgrim, may I ask something of you? Will you help me collect them? Collect all the dog tags of Squad 404?
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. You already met some of them. Witzbowski, Chris, and Lieutenant Rowe in the VNC tower. I already got the dog tags from the men in the VNC tower. As for the rest of the squad, here are the action reports. You already know what to do. I'm sure the brothers and sister would like to be reunited.
On June 18th, 2036, Private Brosco and Private Adam sent out for a recently discovered newfound land military relay to activate its antenna. There, they face unexpected resistance. Both soldiers lost their lives. Okay, Newfound is the name of it. It's recently discovered newfound land military relay. It's an odd sentence. All right, so we're going to check this one. On May 13th, 2036, Private Kitty left the base on a mission to extract a supply of antibiotics from the GRE vaccine lab located at the intersection of St. Paul Boulevard and Downtown Court. He was due back by May 20th, but he didn't show up and the base lost radio contact with him. A patrol, namely Private Sierra and Little Ron, left for the lab on May 21st to find Private Kitty. All 3 soldiers lost their lives. On September 4th, 2036, Private Bartez, Private Wierzbowski, I think is how that's pronounced, and Private Chris went to the Houndfield Sports Hall on St. Joseph Street. The purpose of the mission was to peacefully secure an unidentified wounded PK intercepted by the Bizarrians. Are the Bizarrians the survivors, or is that a different sect that we don't know, or that we know less about? The rendezvous turned out to be a Duke's trap. Also the Dukes. I don't know who they are. Private Chris was injured. Private First Class Bartez lost her life. Okay, we're not going to do this right now. We have to go to the Plague Witch, but I figured this would be easy to get as we're going. I like open world games going out into the world. Well, hold on. What's your story?
Got a moment?
Hey, Meyer. You're looking for someone?
Ah, Aiden. You might come in handy. Yes, one of my men deserted his post.
That's serious. Who was it?
That's what pisses me off. It was a friend, guy named Bart. Maybe it's my fault. I know he had it rough here. I tried to protect him. I guess it wasn't enough.
You protect him? From who?
The other soldiers. They had a problem with him.
Which was?
Their problem, not Bart's. Believe me, I know what it's like to be the odd man or woman out in old school military culture. But here's my problem. Desertion alone will get him the death penalty. But what he took could get others, good men, killed.
What did he steal?
Let's call it a map. That's all I can tell you. The rest is on a need-to-know basis only. And you don't need to know.
You need me to track him down?
Yes. With everything going on, I just don't have the manpower to spare. But I must get that map back.
Okay, I get the map. But what about Bart?
When you bring the map back, Just tell me where he is and leave the rest to me. It's my job.
Okay. Where should I start looking?
Try his bunk. It's in the barracks, a deck above us.
Can I ask anyone about Bart?
Sure, he was pretty well known, whether he liked it or not. He was popular among the new recruits. Try asking Mateo. He's usually hanging around the armory. Then there's Magda. Never had a kind word to say about Bart. Or anyone, for that matter. She works in the hospital on the next floor.
Okay, I think I can take it from here.
Good luck, Aiden.
Wait, I'm sorry. You can turn on the flashlight during conversations? Why have I been having... Like, this is fine, but I've been having so many conversations with people... I didn't know that you could turn on the flashlight during conversations. I thought the fact that it always turned off was an indication that you couldn't have it on. So, two things. Blah 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 is confirming the Dukes are the Red Bandits, so those are the guys that we kill all the time. They wear the full face masks. And survivors are from the Bazaar. Okay, so the Bazaarians would be the way that they're referenced. Also, Lord Impa is... Hello to Lord Impa Impa, who is saying, the thing I hate about the death penalties, even if they have insufficient elements for the thing they call evidence, as long as they blame you, the death penalty is still going to be applied. And then says, though if I have the wrong info, please feel free to correct me. So... Lord Impa Impa, I do not have a specific case that I can cite off the top of my head. What I can say is that I have read of cases where not only the defense, but the prosecution has gone to the governor to say, and gone to like the appeals board and other things to say, we got this one wrong. We have to stop this from happening, and had that be denied. And this has happened on more than one occasion. Like, the sole witness will recant their testimony and stuff. This is not a fair thing for me to talk about when I don't have, like... Okay. When I don't have, like, a specific case that people could then look at, but it seems... It does not feel like the death penalty is a wise policy to have in effect, and here in the United States, there's many places that, regrettably... Well, that would probably be better if I wasn't going to get ripped limb from limb. Up a little bit? Okay. But I can't speak as much to, like, you know, real-world death penalty. In video game death penalty, my opinion... Ugh, hold on. Oh, well, this ladder will help. Is... I've got some people saying that this woman is poisoning people to steal their money. And then the woman herself is saying, no, I'm not, and there's somebody who can prove it. It would be monstrous of me not to go consult with the person who can allegedly prove one way or the other. If this is just a big nothing wild goose chase, then we wind up going back and saying, yeah, no, that, you know, she is subject to the law of the land. Alternatively, if this person can look at this medication and say, no, this is nitroglycerin for a heart condition. It doesn't do anything to people otherwise. Guys, I have no idea what nitroglycerin does or does not do, aside from help people with heart conditions. So please, do not run around taking nitroglycerin. However, it could be that this is a completely harmless substance, and I want to have that information.
They say you're a pilgrim. Haven't you found your place yet?
Were you a pilgrim?
I know, a female pilgrim. There weren't many of us. But that's why I was so good at it. No one would recognize me as a pilgrim. Some men thought that as a woman, it would be easier to deceive me. Rob me. My fast reflexes and sharp dagger taught them otherwise.
How'd you end up in Villador?
I got this goddamn job. A guy wanted me to deliver a package to Villador. To some woman who was well known before the outbreak. Apparently she played video games professionally? Weird job, eh? Anyway, the guy paid me a lot, but on one condition. I couldn't know what was in the package. And that was my big mistake. I carried this damn thing for 50 kilometers, and with each step it got heavier. I sneaked into Villador, found this woman, and delivered the package. She opened it in front of me. Turned out, it was a jar with a human head inside.
Whose head?
I don't really know. I got the fuck out of there right quick.
Yeah, no kidding. That's a really weird question. Did you recognize the head?
Is that why you quit the life?
Well, I felt that, actually, that I was constantly running away from something. Maybe from myself. This is a big city. Even a pilgrim can belong here. Nobody judges you for what you were before, like they do in the smaller towns. Who you used to be beyond the walls. What you once did. They kept you on the move. You can disappear in the city. That's how I found my place. And what about you, Aiden? Don't you want to stop running?
I mean, the whole time he's been running towards Mia, I haven't really thought very much about what he might want to do afterwards. Probably settle down.
Yeah, maybe someday. But first, I have to finish what I started here.
I understand. Just remember this. You can't run away from yourself. Good luck, Pilgrim.
Okay. That was a pretty cool, just like random conversation to have with somebody. Also, so blah 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 is saying I was expecting that the shipment was going to be a jar of bathwater. God, can you imagine? Because the person like played video games professionally. Also, Lord Impa is saying that's some really good information. Also, the weapon swing was so slow for how heavy it is. Jeez. The two-handed weapons swing slow, but they hit real hard. I would say, just to close out that previous topic, look up the Innocence Project, which here in the United States is a national effort of lawyers and investigators that work pro bono cases, and on more than one occasion have not only convinced the defense that like this is worthy of pursuing and like trying to go forward, but actually convinced the original prosecutors that they got it wrong and that a conviction should be overturned, and they have still had difficulty and even been denied having a case reheard. It's as soon as you hear that that's even a possibility in the system, I believe it to be non-viable.
Are you the Baba?
Some do call me that, yes.
I need to find out if this is a poison. Can you help me? It's urgent.
You don't need me. Take a swig, and we'll both find out soon enough.
I'm serious. A woman's life literally hangs in the balance. Come on, help me, damn it.
You fight for this woman, yet she is not the one you struggle to find. Familiar, and yet... Yes, you must bring me the proper reagents.
Reagents? There's no time. Can this go faster?
Fast as you want to down that bottle, boy. Are you game?
Fine, I'll get you reagents. Where?
They're scarce, but you might find some in the GRE Field Hospital in the cathedral.
Well, fortunately, it's nighttime, so I think I can actually get in there. Wait, what's happening? We'll have to come back for whatever that is. Also, Lord Impa was asking, like, the TV show. No, unless I'm completely misremembering, the Innocence Project is the name of an organization. If it is also the name of a TV show, I can't necessarily speak to that, but yeah, I was thinking of the actual... Okay. Probably should have my headlights on. Also, speaking of headlights, Grumpy is saying that his GoPro is able to stream to Twitch by using his... the data plan on his phone, and should he stream his bike rides? I vote 100% yes. Yes. I think that would be super cool, actually. Well, okay, hold on. Grumpy, I would say that there would be a very critical proviso on that. I would probably do the streaming during periods in time when it would not be at any risk of exposing information about where you live. Because, yeah, you wouldn't want to be, like, necessarily riding up to your house and showing that. Okay, that was bad. What is... Okay. This... Can I... No. So it's like... I can get up onto this scaffolding, but what I can't do is, like, get up to there. Yeah, this is... There's something else happening here. And now I can't get down. An item I've received has been placed in my player stash. I made no attempt to have that happen, so... Okay, so let's envision that maybe this is a way out and not a way in. Let's look at some of the other rooms. There could be something up here. Bobby Black saying you could charge channel points for traffic violations. On a serious note, I think bike rides might be a nice, relaxing thing to watch. I really do. Yeah. Grumpy saying, I feel like an hour of me riding a bike is boring. The thing is, Grumpy, people can choose to watch it or not. And if they find it boring, then they're not going to watch it. But if they don't, if they find it interesting and relaxing, stream it. Like, why not? Oh, also, I'm sorry, I didn't call this out. Fox McCloud had said that when the PK came in and asked, hey, what's that in your hand? And then takes the alleged Black Widow, leaving you alone with what was suspected evidence. Did anybody feel off about that? I don't know that the PKs are excessively concerned about the collection of and proper chain of custody of evidence. But yes, I agree with you. That's a mite weird. I don't see anywhere else that we could go in this room. And then we've got this, which... It's so weird. Like, there's no value to having the ladder there. Wait, can I... Is this a thing? Where do these cables go? Oh, well, somewhere I can't follow. Oh! I thought this was outside. Hey, Leto. He's got shoved. Oh! He's more nimble than I thought he was going to be. That'd be very clever with my dodge. Oh, he's a toughie. Look, I've barely done any damage to him. We're gonna need some extra oomph. I think I missed the chance for him to be on fire. Can we try that again? Yeah, his second bar up there, that second bar, I think that's the stance damage. Ouch. Well, I'm not going to stand for this. Look at his life bar, though. Yeah, this basically does nothing. Anything else? This is not really going to make a difference. I could shine this on him. I don't know if that weakens him. It really seems like an anti-volatile thing. Oh, I should use a muscle booster. I mean, now we're 5/6 done, but hold on. Let me have a bandage here. Jab is saying, it seems to me that if it's just medicine, she should offer to take the medicine to prove that it's not poison. That would also be an effective way to prove your point, because it's exactly what the Plague Witch is saying. I tried to release the swing and then, like, dodge. No. Oh, there he is. I really lost track of him. Also, this guy's whole brain is exposed right now. Yeah, we don't have a good shot at his head anymore, but I want to say that, like, every part of his frontal cortex was open for business. Okay. If I could find my way free to this inhibitor container, I wouldn't complain about it, but I don't feel like it's in this room. That's not doable. This really feels like it's out. Is there a way back there? Grumpy is saying that he guesses he'll add a mount on the bike and see what it looks like. Oh, and hello to Harmonious Crow. Crow, I hope you've had a great weekend. I hope you've been staying cool. You, the family, Azzy are all doing well. Ooh. Pit of eternal darkness back there. Maybe we do just walk through this, UV light area. Crow is staying cool. Yeah, here we were having actually a very, very pleasant weekend until I want to say like a couple hours ago. It was a bit before we started to stream. The humidity shot way up, but again, moderate and humid is uncomfortable. Dry and 112 degrees is dangerous. So I just hope that you guys are all doing okay. Like I said. There's a spear. I probably could have tossed that at Leto. Okay. Oh, as he's very unhappy. Last night they started around... Oh, wait. Crow is saying, but it's been rough, as it always is at this time of year. People start lighting fireworks about 5 days early. So as he's very unhappy. Last night they started around 8 p.m. and it carried on until about 11 p.m. Yeah, dogs, like, on the occasions that we've had a dog, they are aware of things like fireworks much earlier than we are. It's like, hey, what's going on? And then you realize, oh, it's very, very distressing to them. And I don't know, like Crow, you're probably going to know more about this. Like, we've tried doing things like putting on fans or other things that would, like, generate some white noise and hopefully help to drown it out, and it just doesn't seem to make any difference. Their hearing is too good. Odin is better about it now, but he hides. Also, do you put any stock, Crow, into, what were they called, like thunder blankets, I want to say? There used to be a product that was sold on TV that would allegedly help calm your pet by just sort of having this all over body pressure. Like it wasn't intended to be constrictive, just calming, like a big hug. But as with anything that's like as seen on TV, who knows what the truth of it was. We never attempted something like that. I feel like there could be some truth in science because being hugged would help suppress your sympathetic nerve system, and this is my limited understanding of it. And that can release endorphins or other chemicals in your brain that make you feel safe and help calm things down. Again, I'm extremely concerned about spreading medical claptrap, but as I understand it, this is something that's been researched and instituted with people who have various anxiety disorders as being just a simple and effective way to calm. Please consult an actual medical professional, not a Twitch streamer, for more information. Sorry, I'm not a Twitch video game streamer. There are probably many medical professionals who also stream on Twitch. Hemp oil works relatively well, says Crow, but we're saving that for the actual 4th. And if I read correctly, I think that Crow is saying that they do use like the thunder blankets. They're like weighted thunder shirt. There we go. And spray her with pheromones. Lord Impa is saying dogs' ears are much, much more sensitive than humans. Jody K is saying thunder shirts are meh. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Jody K is also a veterinarian. Or, like, if I say it wrong, Jody K, like, veterinary technician, I don't know the exact designation, but you work with animals in a medical capacity. You can also work on desensitizing them to the sounds, and I had also listed off, alprazolam, or, Cilio, would also be very helpful. Ask your vet about anxiety meds and make sure that they're not just giving her a sedative, which sedates the body but leaves the brain to freak out. Crow is saying we're going to pop them on as soon as it gets dark. Vet technician, yes. And apparently alprazolam is maybe the animal form of Xanax. Jody K, thank you very much for sharing your expertise with Crow and potentially many others.
Inhibitor container detected.
I think that we're looking for something over here. Well, no, that's back in, like, the antechamber or whatever. Hey, how did it go, proving my innocence? Yeah, it went great. I found a lot of bars of soap. Let's see, what else did we find? Some alcohol. That's really going to come in handy for some oxidizers. You never know when you might need some of those. Okay, cool. How about the evidence that will make me not get hanged in the morning? Just for the record, I don't think that there's an actual in-game time limit. It's just narratively, it makes so much more sense to feel a little bit of a priority here. Also,
Inhibitor container detected.
yeah, this is barbed wired, so I don't think that I'm meant to go this way. Well, I mean, I can just, like, shred up my skin. So what is... It's telling me to go this way. Oh, apparently I found the reagents. I'm very glad. Well, hold on, because, I mean, yeah, we do want to help her out, but also, where's the inhibitor container? We do not know. Let's see if we can triangulate it here a little bit. Alprazolam. says Jody K. I'll share a link about desensitizing them to sounds. It's something to do between now and New Year's / next 4th. And Jody K is going to put it up in the sandbox. Also, Crow is saying to Lord Impa Impa, they start at 4 p.m. today. 4 p.m. It's not even dark. What the fuck is wrong with these people? I remember that, you know, there was an age where I thought that fireworks were super cool. This feels to me like a long time ago, and I guess you just hear enough stories about people getting like really grievously harmed. You're like, okay, maybe this isn't such a great thing, and I don't necessarily need to have any part of it. And then you realize like how inconsiderate it is for everybody else who is not themselves setting off fireworks. You're like, this kind of sucks. I'm getting farther away. I'm probably just going to walk away from this one because wherever it is, I don't have a good sense for where I would go to be closer to it than I am right now. Like, this is going much further away, but I'm sort of looking to see if there's a different hook around, like a different bend that we can go down.
Inhibitor container detected.
This feels like I'm going right back the way that I came. 20 meters, I feel like, is as close as I've been, and it doesn't look like it's above me. I don't see any place for it to be up there. Well, hold on. Where does this rope go? Yeah, look, that rope connects right up there. Maybe there is something up there. How would I get to it, though? Yeah, there's a scaffolding up there. And there's a pathway there. Oh. There's a lift right here, but this lift is completely boxed in. This feels, you know what this feels like? This feels like a you can't do this yet. This feels like I gotta come back later. I mean, maybe there's a different way to unlock this, but I'm not seeing any way to get up there, nor any indication that we're supposed to be able to get up there right now. Crow says that they've tried the noise desensitizing. It has helped, but she has a terrifying experience when we lived in Germany. We lived on a military base, and they had a week-long joint war game session, including dogfights overhead, etc. It shattered windows and fun stuff like that. I've never understood the phrase, so I just couldn't hear myself think until that time. I could not hear my own thoughts. And she's been scared ever since of any loud noises that's not natural. She doesn't like thunderstorms, but she handles them a lot better than she does fireworks. I'm sorry to hear that. It honestly sounds like there's some lingering trauma from that experience. And especially, Crow, like the length of time that it went on, it would not, like, for Azzy, it may feel very much like, and as soon as it starts, the memory would be like, well, what if this goes on for days and I just cannot get away from it? Yeah, hopefully we will be back at this cathedral later in our lives to get those extra parts. Well, something's happening over here. Ugh. Okay, are these Killums? I think they are. So those are the Dukes, huh? Oh, crud. JDK has even heard of people boarding their dogs somewhere far away from the fireworks during this time of the year for their dog's sanity. This guy, I'm not less interested in that guy. Well, hold on. If he had mutation samples, the others might as well. Hospital bracers, okay. Hold on, am I full? Because now it's telling me that things are going into my player stash. I didn't think I was full on stuff. Let's make sure that we go to like a, what's it called? A thing. Vendor. Oh, also, you guys, like, I should probably bring up. So, Mia, I think that Mia is going to do her regularly scheduled stream on Tuesday, if I remember. But that may be the last day for this week, because she has a big event that she's going to. That's going to take her away from streaming. And I believe that the plan is for Chivalry to cover many of the streams that Mia would normally be on. Probably not all of them, but if you're interested in days and times that Mia's on, it might be worth at least a look at Chivalry's schedule to see if he's going to be on.
You're back. I thought maybe you'd given up on your lady friend. With reagents from the GRE. Is this poison? Let us see. Carefully stirring, I hold my breath. Will this heal or bring on death?
What was that?
The kiddies like that. A little rhyme to pass the time.
So? Is it poison?
Not at all. These are antibiotics. Why, I haven't seen antibiotics for years.
So, those couldn't be used to kill anyone?
Not likely. These were made by a skilled herbalist. Exceptional work. I could go on. But didn't you say someone's life hangs in the balance?
She must take so much time to get ready for work. Can I take this out? I can. I don't know why that went to the stash, but let's just get it sold. Okay, so now we're gonna try to get back to the trial. I hope there wasn't a time limit. I did that as fast as I could. Like, yeah, we had a couple side conversations to pick up other quests, but this has been our top priority. Yeah, I keep forgetting that I have the, ability. Crow is saying, I gave them both a licky mat with some doggy-friendly peanut butter when the sound started, so now she's snoozing. Yeah, we do not... Fireworks are not especially common in our area, although we will surely hear some on the 4th. We've not had the experience that Crow is describing with having to go off. And none of our current animals seem particularly sensitive to the sound. Usually they'll like light up when they first start and then sort of be like, oh, that doesn't mean anything to us. Oh, hold on. Well, if there's an inhibitor container between here and there. So what do you think? Is it on the top of that? No, it's underneath the bridge. I think I came down directly on top of it. Okay, that's everything. Of course, saying 1 night, sure, but this 5 days before and then 3 or 4 days after, that's what gets us. Yeah, and it must be ceaseless from the animal's point of view because there's no context to it. It's not like, oh, right, I'll just look at the calendar. For them, it's like, oh my god, is this going to be the new normal? Is this going to be just what it is from now on? And as, like, Lord Impa Impa said, their hearing is, like, it must just... There must be so much more definition to the sound that's, like, irritating to us, but, like, really alarming to them. Alright, we're still a ways away. Oh, I really wanted to swing from that. I'd like to do some more stuff with grappling hook. I don't have a good sense of how to use it well yet. Oh, get the thing though. The one. Oh. That sucked. We were so close to making that. There we go. Crow saying, yeah, look at the big gray clouds. There will be thunder. She understands that. She really does. But this random kaboom kaboom just blows her mind. Oh! I was going to smash the shit out of that person because I thought they were a zombie.
What's that there? You're gonna be sorry.
Wait, why am I gonna be sorry? I didn't bring these guys here. Oh, crud. Well, we just found a new use for the grappling hook. Getting where I don't want to be. I was not nearly done getting all the health items there. Okay. Yeah, those guys really distracted me from my plunder.
Won't see me again.
Oh, I am out of knives. 1 second. We should be able to fix that. Let's get ourselves some good quality knives.
I see something.
And actually, I already had some good quality knives, and I don't have them equipped. So let's put some on now.
Something's going down.
That... Sure. I don't suppose I can pick this back up and turn it off. Crap. Okay, really care about that, but we'll sell it. Anything else in the health department? Yeah, see, there's some sap and some more posies or chamomile. I don't know what move that was, where he just, like, leapfrogged over the thing instead of, like, climbing up on top of it. I feel like this game still has a bunch of, just regular old parkour stuff that I still don't know how to do properly. It's probably well explained, I'm just not very good at it. Alright. I will straight up feel terrible. Like, there's a vendor. I will straight up feel bad if she wound up dying because I took too long. That would be a whole different spin on this game if it really did have like secret time limits that you needed to operate in. I would have done a lot more fast travel. Also, I just want to note that just because this particular bottle is antibiotics doesn't mean that she's never killed anybody. Like, this could be a bottle of antibiotics, and also her bottle of strychnine is over there.
You entitled brat. You're just jealous your daddy wanted to spend time with someone else than you. You ruined him. You ruined us, you bitch.
Jolly? What are you doing here?
I'm watching justice finally being served.
Hey, zip it, ladies. It's a prison, not a wet market.
Wait! Meyer, it's not poison. They're antibiotics.
Antibiotics? Bullshit. There have been no antibiotics for 20 years. Get the fuck out of here.
It's true. She made them.
I'll bite. You drink. Down that stuff and prove it's not poison. Bottoms up, sunshine. Otherwise, she hangs.
Okay, we're going to drink, but I do want to note that just the fact that I don't instantly keel over dead doesn't mean that it's not poison.
I trust the Baba. Down the hatch.
I hereby bear witness. This man drank the contents of this container. This is no poison. In light of this new evidence, Elena will be set free.
No! This can't end like that.
Thank you, Aiden. I owe you my life.
Where will you go?
Anywhere, as long as it's far from here. They looted my apartment during the night. I have nothing left here. I certainly am too well known to ply my usual trade any longer. Oh well, on to greener pastures, as they say.
You know she would have taken everything from us. You did the right thing, reporting her to the guards.
I did what you asked. I found what you needed to know.
Jolly, what is he talking about?
Oh, just a little competitive research, Dad. To boost business. Wait here. I'll be right back. You failed, Aiden. Elena's still alive.
Oh, no. The deal was to find out the truth, not kill her. How did you convince your father to call the guards on her?
It wasn't easy, but I panicked. Didn't know if I could trust you. Turns out, I couldn't. Just get away from me. I don't want to look at you ever again.
And so she walked into the jail cell, which was the only thing in that direction. And frankly, probably where she belongs. Hey, I did my job. I brought the truth. Once you have the truth, it's up to you with what you do to it. Do with it, rather. So, I would definitely like to visit a vendor, and also there's a number 2 over this person.
Killing machine.
Hold on, can we figure out which quest this is first? Journal? No. 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 Possibly. Could be. Let's select this. Yep, okay, so that's that. Let me sell our stuff first.
Oh, come on, Red. Let me just hold it a sec.
I'm making out like a bandit.
Okay. I think honestly we should probably sell some of these like low-level grenades. I've got like 6 really good grenades, and I've so far used 0 grenades.
Glad you offered me that.
Yeah, let's just hold on to those for now. And I think that I have, yeah, hold on. Let's sell like 20 coins. Let's sell like 40 coins. Yeah, I want to have some coins.
You want it? I got it.
Now. Oh, look, a level 7 bow. This is way better than my current bow, and as far as I know, I don't have any options to craft these. So I'm just going to buy a bow.
Ain't no barnacles on your wallet.
I don't think that we need to buy anything else here. No. No, my current what's it called are better than that. These are arguably better. These are definitely better, but I need to check to see what other stuff that I have. Hold on. Wrong buttons all around. Let's go to inventory. So specifically shoes. Yeah, so I'm going to buy her shoes. We'll get rid of those pants. We'll get rid of all of our arm guards. All of our gloves. And... yes, all of our paintball masks. Okay.
That thing's way above your pay grade.
Let's sell gear.
About time I ran across one of these.
I still remember, I remember that, like, when the idea of putting Diablo 3 onto consoles was like, how on earth would they ever manage the inventory system? And I remember that, like, after playing with it for like an hour or two with like HW and my producer, that just, it was perfectly natural. We'd be running around and like swapping out for better gear in real time without even breaking stride. It was so well designed. Jab is saying no antibiotics in 20 years. Penicillin is not that hard to make. I would assume, Jab, that penicillin would no longer be effective. It's not that they can't make it. It's just ineffective based on, like, our real-world march towards... let me sell this bow, because we've got a much better one now.
On my radar.
Towards, like antibacterial resistant infection. That's a guess, though. I don't know. Let's... oh, right. We wanted to buy these sneakers on the grounds that they are actually somewhat better. I'm going to buy those. And then we're going to equip them like this. I guess maybe no effective antibiotics in 20 years.
Before I sing a sea shanty.
And let's... I may also be giving the game too much credit. Okay, so we've cleared all of that stuff. Now, let's go chat with the people who might know Bart.
Hey, you Mateo?
We've met. New Dawn Park. You were looking for Lieutenant Rowe. You saved me from the renegades.
Oh, right. Listen, Mateo. Meyer sent me. I'm looking for Bart.
Bart? Thanks for saving me and all, but I can't help you with Bart.
I just wanted...
No, sorry. I haven't run across him for a while anyway. Try Garrett. I saw him walking toward the barracks.
Jeez. Okay, I'm leaving.
Good luck with your phasing in and out of reality terrain. Alright, let's try to find our way around. So right now I think we're looking to see all of the number 2s. Hopefully they are number 2s in terms of, like, optional priority and not in terms of human qualities.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you help me?
Who are you mamming? What do you want? I'm busy.
I'm trying to find someone. A man named Bart. You familiar with him?
Bart? Fuck yes. Don't get me started.
Ah, so you know him.
Yep. But I got no time to talk to you, especially about a perv like Bart. Besides, boss says I gotta watch my mouth. That's bullshit if you ask me.
Can't tell me anything?
I just did, you moron. Do I have to spell it out for you? People like that shouldn't be around children if you ask me, but that's all I'm saying.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
I apologize. I got slightly distracted by this person back here. Her biomarker was actually partially red.
The reports are true.
Look at that. That's the first time I've seen that in the entire game. Every single person in the whole place has always been 100% green, and I always thought that was a little bit odd. You would think that they would have, like, different degrees of detection, like all green, all green. I've just always noticed that, and we actually have somebody who maybe could go use a little bit of a UV bath. Hello to, I'm gonna go with it's either Dragon 5 Kill, but more likely Dragon Skill. Hello to you, zombies or watching and planning. Well, for here, it's a little bit of both, but I hope that you're having a great weekend so far. Also, I'm sorry, I missed part of the story in chat, so just a very quick pause to roll back. Lord Impa is saying this through experience as well, and the hardest types of dogs to chase or find when fireworks go off are the dark fur small dogs when they run out of panic. Yeah, they have chips on them for ownership and tracking, but as a responsible owner, you wouldn't wait for the fireworks and scenery to stop to go find your dog, right? And Crow was agreeing. No Oats was very much voting to drink the antibiotics. Yeah, I really did trust her. Like, that's not me metagaming. That's me unwilling to accept the idea that this woman sent Aiden out to find highly specific reagents that she knew where they were going to be. When he came back, she wasn't particularly surprised that he was back. And then she did her whole, like, you know, smoke and mirrors show and said, like, yeah, this is fine. It's just antibiotics. Like, I just didn't perceive any reason for her to lie about it. So that's why I went ahead. Crow is saying, as he is immobile, that's as he is her dog, one of her dogs, and requires assistance to move so she can't run away. But of course, this comes with its own issues. Yeah, the stress of feeling that you have to be away from something but physically incapable of doing it. And then Lord Impa, it was saying, I know the bad decision was I don't put my dogs on collar when we go in public and or outside the country because most of them are just too big. In my defense, then was they're too big. They stick like super glue was sprayed on them. So the dogs stick around Lord Impa. Lord Impa, I don't know if you live in the United States. I'll say that in most jurisdictions of the United States, if your dogs are not collared or leashed in public and anything at all happens, like even in the vicinity of your dog, you can be held liable. So I'd be careful. I know a lot of cases of people getting into a lot of trouble because their dogs never acted out before, and then this one time they did, and it gets, you know, for your safety, for your dog's safety, and the safety of others. Keeping them well under control is a very good idea.
You, Garrett? I'm trying to find Bart. I hear you know him.
Maybe. That depends. You friend or foe?
Undecided.
Cute. Listen, you can count me as one of Bart's friends. And as for those rumors that Bart's done something wrong, total bullshit.
Bullshit?
Give me a break. Whatever's going on, it's a setup. I'm sure the other PKs are behind this.
Which PKs?
Throw a rock. You'd probably hit one, and it'd bounce off and hit another, and so on.
How would they set up one of their brothers like this?
Don't believe everything you hear about dignity and brotherhood around here.
I see. So you know where Bart might be?
I don't. But even if I did, don't know if I'd tell you, Mr. Undecided.
Right. Well, thanks for the insight.
Okay, so now we can search Bart's bunk. As we're going over here, Crow, I forgot to mention earlier, unless I did on a previous stream, in the event that you have a chance to interact with Platform Platypus, maybe we did talk about this, I'm so sorry. Just let him know that I hope that he is improving from having had COVID. He had mentioned that in App's stream. I'm very happy that he's on the mend, and I hope that that process continues smoothly.
Off limits to civilians.
Jeez, dude. What are you sweeping? Inside the quest area. Okay, so I feel like we found something. A drawing by Liam showing him outside with his father and uncle. And I'm not kidding. Whoever drew this is a better artist than I am. Because look, the people are proportionate. They look like people. Daddy, uncle, and me. I would assume the me is in the middle, though. So this drawing gets a C-. We have to punish this child.
Find something? So what did you find, son?
You know anything about this?
Not really, but it's good. Paul Cream work, if you ask me.
Who drew it?
Couldn't tell you. I've seen Bart with pictures like this off and on over the last year. But as far as I know, he doesn't have children of his own. Children. Mine are all grown. Not all are still alive either, sadly. But I remember when they were young and happy, drawing constantly. They scribbled their way through boxes and boxes of crayons. The kid who drew that, he's a happy kid.
Well, if Bart doesn't have kids, where'd he get it?
Probably child of a friend or something. He was kind to everyone. Here, there, everywhere. unless you were a bully.
No, this doesn't help. Now what do I do?
You might ask Stack over at the canteen. Seen them together a few times. Bart helped him when he was in some trouble. Helped everyone a lot.
Thanks. I'll go talk to that Stack.
It is odd. At least now I know that you can turn on the flashlight during conversations. I might wind up mentioning that a few times, because if anybody has been watching the VODs, you're like, why is this kid not putting on the flashlights? So we're just talking to like a bleak, dark screen. I just didn't know. Also, Crow is going to go... So, two things. Crow is going to go grab a shower before it gets too late. Crow, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope that your shower goes well, and hopefully we'll still be on when you get back. But also that Platform Platypus's aunt got hit hard, but he is much better. Bart doesn't sound like a bad guy. No, he doesn't. And we'll be back shortly. We just found out that a neighbor down the street had passed away. What we just learned is that she passed away from having had back-to-back, apparently in sequence, pneumonia followed by COVID. And the hit of those 1-2 was the COVID vaccines, and the medications and treatments that we have are a very good thing. They don't cover everything, so I hope that everybody continues to try to be careful and exercise their best discretion. Wow. Oh, hey. That knife hit with a lot more force. Maybe it's because it's one of my good knives. To a large extent, as we've gone through the game, I've mostly just been throwing the knives that I find in the environment. So I'm always like, well, this knife sucks, so I might as well be rid of it now. I'll just throw it now, and then I'll have my good knives for later. But as a result, I don't always throw my good knives very often, or even craft them very often. So I'm actually headed a ways over here. Lord Impa is saying, my grandfather had some connections to at least verify that I'm semi-allowed to not put leashes on my dogs, though I'm aware of the policy in public. I don't really put collars on when we're in public dog park yet. That's really bad, man, the person you're talking about. Condolences for the family of that person. Yeah, it's... I remember, and I think I shared this at the time, it's... what was it? It was back during the fall. Somebody at work got sick, and when they went to go get a COVID test and it came back negative, they were like, oh, the doctor says it's just the flu. So, like, I'm running this fever, I can't keep anything down, but the good news is it's just the flu. And I said to him, okay, but just the flu is still the flu. That's a big deal, so please take time off from work, focus on relaxing. We've got it all covered here, so you don't even think about this, and you come back when you're cleared medically. And even so, was back sooner than I would have thought for the flu, but similar to any... There we go. Illness. There can be varying degrees. Go up. When I was growing up, we had a dog who did have a collar, but was just like the absolute master of escaping. And the family worked hard to train him to be on a leash, and he would get on the leash and he would be very good and very like obedient and not tug. But if and when he saw an opportunity to run or saw something that he was interested in, he would just, and he wasn't on the leash specifically, he'd just bolt. He knew when the leash was on and when he wasn't, and when he was out and running free, no matter how much we trained him, he just was not very interested in coming on back. He was a very smart and independent dog, and we tried very, very hard to, bring him under control. One thing we never did, never a believer in shock collars, anything like invisible fences and stuff. I'm not saying no for others, and maybe Jody K and others that know would be like, actually, those are really, really great for dogs. I don't know. Similar to what we've been talking about with the fireworks and stuff, I don't like the concept of teaching a dog or any animal how to behave by electrically shocking them, and that they only learn, quote unquote, learn what to do through this active punishment. It makes me uncomfortable. I'd rather teach through positive reinforcement. And other dogs that we've had over the years were not nearly so just resistant to come, sit, all of these things.
Stach, I was told you know Bart.
Who doesn't know Bart? What's this all about, anyway?
Well, I don't know that it's not any of his business. I don't know that he's a thief. He is accused of desertion.
He left his post. He's accused of desertion.
Son of a bitch. He finally went for it. Good for him. Good for them. If I were you, I'd just leave him be. We all should. This probably happened because Meyer can't keep a leash on her men. You hear any other bullshit about Bart?
Well, he's been accused of theft.
Well, that's nonsense, that is. Bart is honest as the day is long. He's got no reason to steal from anyone.
And his CO doesn't want to believe it either.
You mean Meyer?
That's all I've been told.
Trust me, a lot of other PK have had it in for Bart since day one. Meyer's respected. Mostly. But when it came to Bart, her men refused to follow her lead. I trust you, so I'll tell you this. Bart's loyal military, but he had another side. Like the outdoors. Always out near the fields. Ask the field workers on top of the old office building at the intersection of Van Peel and St. Paul Boulevard. It's right here in New Dorn Park.
Thanks. I'll do just that.
And hello to, I'm going to go with OG Semtex 2002. Hello to you, and I hope you had a great weekend so far. Let's go ask the field workers about Bart. This is an elaborate quest. There's a lot of people to talk to.
There's chatter about the night runners rising from the ashes lately. People need hope.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't sound like it's going to be far. Oh, I probably had faster ways to get up here. Ugh. Well, this is very far from where I wanted to be. Yeah, there was a whole bridge I could have just walked across. Okay, that's closer. Okay, so question time. Can I wall climb up that and then do a wall jump off of it? I feel like I can. Yes. All right. We're back on track. Just call me Semtex is much easier. Happy to do so. I hope that you've had a great weekend so far. This is a first-time playthrough of Dying Light 2, which we've been at actually for many weeks now, because it's one of a few different games that we sort of rotate through, but I'm having a very, very good time with it. I'm curious if you've played it.
I think this is all a test from God.
Inside the quest here. So we are now looking for the field workers that we're going to ask about Bart. Also, the sun is getting low, so I wouldn't mind. This person looks like they're up for a chat.
I'm looking for Bart.
Hasn't been here for a while. Might be watching Andy's kid. Been doing that more and more lately.
Andy?
Yeah, Bart's friend. Andy's got the cutest kid, Liam. The way Bart acts, you'd think that he was Liam's father.
Where can I find him?
Don't rightly know. I've only seen him when they brought Liam here. but you could ask around.
Thanks for the tip.
Got a gig as a finisher tomorrow.
Semtex is saying that they're a veteran of the game since the first one. I played the first one, so I never played the DLCs for the first one, but I really liked the first game.
You know a guy named Bart?
Of course. Is he here? I mean, he usually brings me books, and I'm excited for the next one.
I see. I'm looking for him, actually.
Damn. I really want to talk to Bart about the last book he loaned me. The Bhagavad Gita. Man, some of the material in that book was, well, challenging to say the least.
I'm concerned we might have swiped that copy and turned it over to the library. Okay, not a talker.
You're already a legend in
Not
the
a
city,
talker.
you know.
Nope.
Bet you wonder how these biters survive in daylight? UVs will kill them eventually. Just takes a long time with these.
I actually was curious about that. That, like, some of them seem very, very averse to sunlight, and others are just, like, cool hanging out. Heal? Oh. Well, sure. I could probably use some heal. Sorry, I was not tapping. Hold on, let me do that again. And now I lost my chance to heal. Okay, well, that's on me. And I can't use a bandage here. So, I would like to meet one more person. The sun is on its way down right now.
And then this horrible fear overwhelms me.
And, sorry, does the quest area extend over here? It does. Okay, see, now I'm glad that I did walk over.
Hi, looking for Bart. Can you tell me anything about him?
Oh, for one, you're not his type.
Wait, what?
Relax, honey. I was just pulling your leg. The look on your face, my. To answer your question, I can tell you that Bart is as fine a man as I've ever known. High praise, I know, but I'm not just talking his looks. He's brave, kind, caring, loves children. Especially Andy's son, Liam.
Andy?
Bart's bestie, Andy. Those two are like two peas in a pod. And Liam, he's, well, like a spring pea, I guess. How Bart dotes on that boy.
So where can I find him?
Probably at Andy's. They had a few of us up for some cool drinks just yesterday. Such kind souls.
Up? Where?
Andy's place is over there. Not far. You can get there quicker if you're any good at climbing.
Yeah, good to know. Thanks a lot.
My pleasure. You tell those boys I said hi.
Okay, I want to check the journal because hopefully Aiden is doing a good job of keeping careful notes on all the information that we're learning here. Okay, Bart would be executed for desertion rather, if I didn't recover the map. But others could be in danger if I didn't also recover the map. Mateo insisted that he was innocent and wouldn't say more. I went to go talk to Garrett, I think. I found a child's drawing at Bart's bunk. The old man told me that Bart had no children and didn't know where the picture came from. Well, now we know. Stash was certain Bart was being set up by some of his fellow PKs. He suggested that I ask the field workers atop the office building, which is where we are right now. And then I learned that Bart often looked after Andy's son Liam, that both Bart and Andy were great guys. The day before, they were serving everyone drinks in Andy's apartment. Okay. Bart could be a super cool guy. Let's hope that he is. Bart could also not be a super cool guy. I would love to get more information about this while it's fresh in our minds.
I bet I know who this belongs to. It can't be far.
Oh, see, this makes me concerned that I missed 4 additional drawings, or 3 additional drawings. Collectibles. Oh, it's a drawing of, like, the place. Okay. So, I think that we have every reason to believe that Daddy is Daddy and Uncle is Bart. Now that we have a lot more information about what all is going on. It is nightfall. Like, I really want to go do night... Oh! Hold on, we found more drawings. That's awesome. Hold on. Okay, so there's that one. Then we've got... So that looks like Daddy or maybe Bart teaching to shoot. And playing soccer near some shattered windows and maybe broken piano. But it does look like Liam and Bart have a good time. Oh.
Just like the one I found in Bart's bunk. Must be Liam's work.
Lord Impa is asking, what zombie apocalypse would you choose, The Last of Us or Dying Light? Well, I gotta say that my, I feel like Dying Light is somehow less bleak.
Huh. Steve. What does this mean?
Looks like I'm in luck. Let's have ourselves a little chat. Introductions are in order. You're Bart, I presume.
No, why do you ask?
Then you must be Andy.
Nope, wrong again.
Then stop wasting my time and tell me who you are.
A competitor, apparently.
So you're after Bart too?
I am.
She must be really jonesing for what Bart stole if she's hiring any old Tom, Dick or Harry.
I didn't realize this was a horse race either.
Normally situations like this piss me off. But if Moira hired us both, it means we're on the same side and can share intel. So, did you dig up anything on Bart?
I swear to God, I've understood everything this guy said except for the very last thing. Something, 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 Bart. Did you dig up something on Bart? I don't trust this guy.
Nada. Besides, not sure how being hired by the same person makes us partners suddenly.
Then get the fuck out of my way and let me work.
Yeah, The Last of Us... The situation in The Last of Us seems absolutely hopeless. Here, it somehow feels less hopeless, although there's no good reason for that. It could just be the tone...
Aiden here. You familiar with some guy named Steve?
You mean Slippery Steve? What's he got to do with Bart? I don't like the sound of that. But sure, I know Steve. Haven't you met him? He comes to the canteen most nights. Stay close to your radio. I'll let you know when he shows up. You two can have a chat then.
Thanks, Doc. Aiden out.
By the way, this is where they were playing soccer. Like, it's right here. Okay, so this quest has now progressed to wait for Stash's call. What can we do tonight? I mean, I guess we could head over here. That's not really a nighttime thing, though. Deep cover. It doesn't say that we have to go here at night, but a lot of the people aren't actually available at night is the trouble. I am not actually seeing... What's this? Carriers 3, and then this is Wall of Valor Bad Medicine. One of Cyrus' reports spoke of Sierra and Little Ron's rescue mission. They were looking for Kitty, who has an... Oh, right. That also... Well, hold on. The GRE vaccine lab would be a nighttime thing, I would think. So let's go there. Oh, really? Hold on. No, there's a closed airdrop. I want to go up. If we can get one more piece of military tech, we can upgrade the paraglider. What the fuck? What? Okay, I just want everybody to know, I did not let go of the grappling hook. Aiden did that. He decided that he just had too much. Lord Impa, hold on. Where am I? Lord Impa is saying, since we're talking about dogs, my brown Siberian Malnimu, I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, is saying hi to chat and to you. Oh, say hello back. I don't know the dog's name, but hello. If Twitch chat had a FaceTime option, I would do it at this moment. Is he doing that thing where he like puts his big head up against and he's like looking at the speakers and listening? Oh, the dogs. Oh, maybe Mal Nemu is the dog. Hello, Nemu! Okay. Well, I guess we're not going to get that. Oh, hold on. This is where we were. So there is a drop on top of this building. An airdrop. I don't know how I would be higher than I am right now. And my last attempt to exit this way went poorly. Fuck! Okay, I mean, that was cool, I guess, but it didn't bring me closer to the top of the building. I don't see where...
Yeah.
Steve just rolled in. He's in the main room with a deck of cards, scrawling his name on the jokers.
Okay, so like there, I could probably get over there. This, unfortunately, is not near to the
Looks
top
like he
of
started
that
his
building.
painting. I wonder what it's gonna be.
Started his painting. Oh, is that... Nope, that's a water container. Started his painting. I don't know what he's looking at that would lead him... Oh! There it is. Oh, right! The guy that wanted the specific color of red. Remember him? I don't have any way to get up higher than this. He said as he then immediately climbed higher than this. Nope. Okay, we can't go up there. Now, we could swing on that, for sure. But none of this feels like it gets me closer to the roof of that building. And Aiden really does not want to climb onto the roof of this one. That's not how any of that works. Okay. Alright, so we can't do this. So, I'm sorry, sorry, I'm so bad with names. He just looked in a random direction when you called her out. By the way, we're watching the TV, so it's much more heard. Well, I seriously hope that if we can be entertaining to the dog as well. So, Semtex, have you played at all, specifically since the introduction of the roaming volatiles? I have no idea how to get up on top of this building, and I'm very disappointed in it. Oh! I think we did it. This is... No! Okay, that was a little bit more than I thought. This would be a hell of a leap of faith, but I honestly believe we can do it. Okay. And we have been looking for one more piece of military tech for so long. Yet, Semtex is saying that yes, they have. Oh, and by the way, Crow is back. Crow, welcome back. I hope the shower went well. And I hope it was like there was some relief there. There's a line in Seinfeld, Seinfeld being a television show that people used to like, starring Jerry Seinfeld and others. Most of the people watching Twitch probably have never heard of it. But I remember, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Seinfeld. I think at one point George gives a reference like, I thought you just took a shower, and George says, yeah, it didn't take. I've had that experience where it's like, yeah, that shower just wasn't enough of a shower yet. Okay, so I think we want to go back to the Bart one. Here it is. Because we just got the call that the person was available. So with that piece of military tech, we're going to be able to upgrade the paraglider. And then any future parts will go into upgrading the... upgrading the, what's it called? The UV lamp.
Whenever Matt walks into the canteen, Juan gets up and leaves.
Come on, tell me more.
Inside quest here. So I'm looking for Steve this time.
Oi.
Ader? Is that you?
Hello, Pilgrim. This is my son. Oh yeah, this is Aiden.
I think we met when your dad was sick. How's it going, Oya?
Get lost.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that. He's having a hard time. A lot's changed for us.
And what happened?
You see, Patricia and I have separated. And once I've recovered, the first thing I wanted to do was get that Sorry, kid, cover your ears.
You mean that motherfucking Waltz? You've cursed like that 100 times in front of me.
Yeah, him. Patricia had asked me not to. But I wanted revenge on Waltz for killing my men, for killing Lucas. And him escaping punishment, you know?
Did you get him?
Nah. A few days after I was walking again, I started looking for him. And Patricia pleaded with me, but... When I returned home after a few days, I found it empty. Patricia had moved out and taken the boys with her. Most of their things were gone. All I found was a letter. Just a few words, really. Apparently, while I was stationed in Old Villador, Patricia had made contact with her ex-husband. I've no idea what she saw in a stuffy old teacher.
He's only our teacher. Jeez, Dad.
Oh, yeah. Look, I know you're only trying to protect your mother. Although, to be fair, they aren't living together. I don't know what's going on.
Mum left because she was tired of it all. She'd had enough.
Yeah, that's true. More than enough, I suppose. Uncertainty, fear for me. Wondering whether I'd come back alive. But now I've only got one goal. To get my family back.
I know how you feel. Sometimes, in our rush toward our goals, we forget about the people around us.
You've been running around, looking for someone this whole time, haven't you?
Yes, my sister. Waltz may know something about her.
I hope you don't lose yourself. Like I have. Patricia won't talk to me. Or yeah, well, you can see for yourself. Only my youngest gives me the time of day. I'm teaching him how to handle weapons. But being with them makes me stronger.
And I won't take any more of your time. I wish you the best, Ader.
Wait. Remember Lazarus? It's a solid weapon. And it's unlikely to be of any use to me anymore. I was supposed to kill Waltz with it. You do it for me.
You can bet I will. Bye, Oyer.
Get lost.
I really want to know the spelling of Oyer. Hold on. As far as I can tell you guys, that was a completely optional conversation to either wrap up or like just give some closure maybe on Ader's storyline after we saved him from getting him the medicine and stuff, after his wife said, no, don't. I don't want him to have the medicine because I don't trust like the witchcraft medicine people. I guess I didn't really think one way or the other about getting some follow-up from that. I guess I just assumed he was still recovering in the hospital. And here we had this entire completely optional conversation that if I didn't come here looking around and talking to people, I didn't recognize that as Ader because he wasn't wearing his uniform. I associated him so much with the uniform that when we came in earlier and I took note of this man not sitting on a chair, I was like, oh, that's kind of funny, haha. And then we went on with the rest of the story. They wrote that entire conversation just in case you save Ader's life and you come into this bar on this side quest, and you notice him and sit down and have a conversation with him. And even then, you can opt out at any time. That is a really remarkable attention to detail, I think. Okay, nobody here is Steve. Steve? Nope. Nobody wants to introduce me to Steve. Oh, I'm still inside the quest area. Wow, I'm still inside the quest area. Really admiring that apple. I'm into it. Are you Steve? No.
Did you know that
This feels like a very large quest area, unfortunately. Okay, now I'm not in the quest area.
Aiden, you're already a legend in the city, you know?
Fuck me, people will always complain.
Simtex is saying it's so cool. Yeah, one of the things that I'll like just mention a bunch of times is that in a game like this, in games in general, nothing is accidental. There's no ad-libbing. Even if an actor were to ad-lib their lines, a character modeler has to rig up the model. There has to be a texture artist. There has to be a scripter who comes in and puts in like when this event is going to occur and everything else like that. Everything is so deliberate that when you see something like that happen, you're like, somebody spent 2 weeks getting that conversation in there and making sure that all of the scripting and stuff fired, and then QA had to go over it with a fine-tooth comb to make sure that it actually functioned. I think that's awesome. Is this also... Nope. Okay, so this is not in the quest area. And neither is that. Okay. We cannot be that far. I've gone around in this loop multiple times. I do feel like Steve has to be somewhere in the bar. We will continue to look. We're going to recheck everybody inside the bar, and then we'll go outside the bar again. No. No.
I knew this couple. Lived
No.
southeast of Horseshoe. I think they were
Nope.
188
No.
Market Street. Anyway, they had this
You? No. No. No.
Aiden, you've traveled through the Outlands. Any other cities still standing?
Back here, maybe. No. Like, I don't know that this is going to be the longest game that we play all year. It probably will, in 2023 here. But I think it could legitimately have the most story of any game that we played this year. There's just, it's so densely packed is the thing. A marker popped up briefly. 3 meters back that way behind you. Oh, I did not see this in time. So what it might have been, Crow, is that if I leave the quest area, then it will show like a quest marker. Like that's 6 meters that way. But I think that's just indicating that is where, like, this takes us to the quest zone, and now we're meant to walk around inside the quest zone and talk to everybody. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that came in and just Steve was the very first person they talked to. But if we do notice anything else like that... Oh, wait, is this Steve? Yeah, he's the one guy. He's always the one guy you don't talk to. And also, this person really blends into the background. I can't see anything about this person that would lead me to believe that he would stand out in a crowd.
So, this card belonged to you?
Well, it sure does. Where'd you find it? How may I serve you?
Well, you can serve me by telling me what you know of Bart and Andy.
Never heard of them. Even if I had, I take client confidentiality very seriously.
And I take finding them very seriously.
How seriously?
Stop fucking with me.
Let's barter. Here's the thing about threatening with PKs. We can always do that second. I know that in video game logic we're not going to be allowed to, but we don't have to jump directly to that. Let's barter first. Also, Lord Impa was asking, are you doing the deserter side quest? Yes.
You want something for the info? Say it. Wasn't asking for charity.
Well, that changes everything. Okay, I'll tell you what you need to know.
But?
But you gotta do something for me in return. First.
Yeah, like what?
Like? Oh, I don't know. Oh, give me a sec. I want to come up with something good.
If you're just gonna waste my time,
Hold up. Okay, almost got it. Yes. I know what you need to do. You gotta sing.
Excuse me?
You look like you got a set of pipes on you. Let's hear you belt one out. Ballad, upbeat number, doesn't matter to me. Ooh, I know. Rap.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, well, if you want me to tell you about Bart, then you'll do it.
That's ridiculous.
Judging by your reaction, might be therapeutic. You got the music in you. Let it out.
You can't be serious.
Last chance to get what you want. Rap like no one's listening. Although everyone in this place most certainly will be.
Talk. Unless you want the PKs to know you're hiding their fugitive.
Are you out of your fucking mind? I ain't hiding no one.
So what? You'll have to explain yourself to them. So talk.
Fine! Your Bobbsey twins hired me to make sure they and their kid got to the Colonel safely. Paid well, easy job really. But we ran into a peacekeeper patrol along the way. Nasty bunch, ugh. Your boys freaked the hell out, worried about the kid, and had me leave them right then and there. I mean, what do I care? They paid up front.
All right then, tell me where you left them.
Okay, there's an old coffee shop not far from here, by the off-ramp from the E12. By a metro stop. You can figure it out from there.
I think that's the first time ever that I've answered a question by saying, let's do the calmer and more reasonable thing, because we can always do the more aggressive thing second, that it actually let us do the more aggressive thing second. Because that's exactly what it is. Like, and by the way, I personally would have loved to hear Nolan North rap. However, in universe, this guy's an asshole. We're asking him to give us a piece of information, and he asks us to do something in exchange, but since he can't think of anything, he just wants us to humiliate ourselves. No. Like, we've got other options, and you don't, so here's how it's gonna go down. Also, Semtex remembers this part and says, good choice. Fox McCloud is voting to hear my sickest bars. Believe me, Fox, you already have, because I have no bars. Put down the pen, bro. Pick up the eraser, bro. This is a deep cut that no one's gonna remember. There was a season of Survivor where one of the contestants was very much convinced that he could rap, and one of the other contestants, survivors, Wendell, I think might have been his name, but when he... Oh, shit. I'm not here. When he voted this person out, he went on something of a tirade against his rapping skills, and he said... You can't rap. At all. You're trash at rapping. Put down the pen, bro. Pick up the eraser, bro. It was so funny. And like the dude was, what was his name? Chris, I think it was. Oh my god. Because Survivor is so often like, it just tends to take itself, kind of on this. Oh, is this one of the bros? Hold on, I might benefit from killing this person. Also, why am I love tapping him? I don't think this is going to be a good idea. Okay, I might hide for a second. I'm inside the quest area, but I'm also inside the death area. So we're just going to hang out for a bit. Going to hide. Okay, the hunt is over, and most of them have left. Oh my god. Before we end stream, I might actually see if I could find that, because it was... What the fuck? Get off! Oh, God. Search the area for Bart. Well, I don't think that Bart is here right now. I wouldn't be if I was him. Oh, wow! Haseo just beat Final Fantasy 16. Without any spoilers, like... Shit. What was your overall reaction? Can we do another... Okay. I do not know if zombies are spawning in this room, or if I'm just failing to kill the same one over and over again. I was about to ask, can we do another Haseo haha or Haseo the look? I assume it's Haseo haha. Because if Haseo was not enjoying it, I don't think that he would have continued to play it. Our time is precious on this world. Too precious to play games that we don't like. Okay, here we go.
Signs of a fight. Recent, too. Very recent. Oh, the weapon broke. Looks familiar.
I did not check, by the way, if we got the bladed knuckles or something. But I assume that we did. Okay. Oh, cool. Doing this at night is the smartest idea that I've had. Rifle through the trash. Pick out the scraps. Yep, okay, so... Okay, so I figured out why my weapon wasn't doing anything. It's because I accidentally switched out for a one-handed weapon. Shit. Well... Hello?
They're hiding nearby. Based on this, they gotta be.
Well, that's great. I'll take anything that isn't here right now. Okay, I hate to be boring, but maybe if we just sort of like squirrel ourselves away in here for a minute, we'll be okay. Oh, wow! Hold on, how many ha-has is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5 out of 10. I will be very much looking forward, Haseo, to reminiscing with you when we get a chance to play it. But not that anybody had asked, but I think that I would be surprised at this point if there's a lot of Diablo 4 play that ever happens on the stream. Yeah, these bandages suck. Sorry, we're just gonna wrap up here for 1 second. Just waiting for that bar to fill up. What will more likely happen is... I think Diablo 4 is probably going to wind up being like an off-stream game. Because I think in a perfect world, it would probably be the two of us and hopefully HW. I'd really like to play Diablo with him again. That was a ton of fun when we got to do it back for Diablo 3. And it seems like Diablo 4 just has like a lot more content. So what suddenly brought that up is just the thought of... yeah... How am I going to get there? I mean, truly, the way that I'm going to get there is probably going to be wait until daylight. But that's so boring that I don't want to. Up? No? Okay, well, that was worth a shot. I think I can climb the pole. What if the Doomslayer from Doom would be in Diablo 4? I can see the fanfic comics. I wonder, that would be a fun cameo. That would be like having, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Mortal Kombat game. But yeah, the thing about Diablo is that I think that Diablo is a great example of a game that's very, very fun to play and isn't necessarily as much fun, at least for me, to stream and watch. Like, I think it would give us a lot of time to talk, for sure, but unless I'm wrong, also, I don't know anything about the story in Diablo 4. What I do know is that I think that of all the games that we've ever played, on stream or off, and when you consider about the quality of most games storytelling, I really want you to consider what it means when I think that Diablo 3 might have the stupidest story that I've ever played in any game. It is so bad. So, like, if the gameplay elements don't really lend themselves to a lot of, like, incisive commentary, and again, I don't know, but if the storyline is absolute trash again, that would not make for a very much fun stream, I think. If the story turns out to be good, that would be something different.
And what do you want?
Whoa, calm down. Yeah, I'm just here to talk. You look familiar. You Bart?
Yeah. You're Aiden. Demire sent you.
Yeah, she told me to find you and get back what you stole. But I talked to Stach, and more than a few others, about you. Maybe think there's more to this situation than meets the eye.
Meyer tried, but she couldn't help. I couldn't take it anymore. Day after day.
Will you two keep it down? Liam's asleep in the next room.
But whatever your personal issues are, desertion and theft are serious. She plans to send her men for you.
She'll get a lot of volunteers for the search team. I'll be executed on the spot if they find me. Probably why she sent you. Give me a running start.
So, you did steal the map.
It isn't a map, per se, but tells the location of some secret PK stash. Weapons, I bet. It's all I can think of to offer in exchange for the Colonel granting safe haven to the three of us.
I see.
Like hell. People like you never do. You never see.
Andy, stay out of this.
It's too late for that. You know it. Fuck this map or stash or whatever the fuck it is. The PK are the monsters here.
Surely you understand. You'd have taken this from me by now if you didn't.
Is that what you think?
I do. If you go back to Meyer and tell her you've killed us, I'll give you the coded message. And my dog tags. Do this. Please. Just let us be.
I sympathize. But desertion and theft are serious crimes, and I have a job to do.
Please. This isn't desertion. This is survival. Not just for me, but Andy and Liam as well.
Would you please just help us?
Okay, so the answer is yes, just to remove that. I feel like I've really missed out on one highly critical part of this story. Bart deserted. He took something that's very valuable. It was described as being a map, and now he's saying that it's not. Well, not really. It's more of a coded message. Everybody up and down the line, well, everybody that knew Bart, not everybody knew him and maybe like, oh, that guy seems suspicious, but everybody that knew him describes him as like a super cool stand-up guy who really cares for this guy and his son. Are these two in a relationship? Don't care at all. But like super nice guy. What I don't know, and I feel bad because there might be people in chat that follow on, I don't know why he deserted. I feel like there's this one element of the tale that has probably been described and went right over my head. I am going to agree to help because if this guy wants to leave the PKs, he didn't betray anybody. He didn't kill anybody. He's saying, I'll give you the information that they say that they need and we just want to walk away. So I'm absolutely going to help him. I feel like there's one aspect, maybe it's still to come, but it's like, why did he desert? What is it that is so bad that he needs to leave right now and like take these two with him?
None of you deserve this. Least of all, Liam. I'll help you.
Oh, thank God. Andy, give Aiden the message and my dog tags. It's okay. If you say so. I had planned on going to the ship's library and finding a book or two that could help me decipher it.
But things went south real quick. I didn't have time to check.
Maybe I'll check. I'm curious what this is all about.
Just don't get caught, or you'll be right behind us.
Assuming you don't get caught, you'll never see us again.
You're better off not going to the Colonel anyway. You know they call him the Butcher, right?
We don't have a choice.
What do you do?
We'll stay here for now, till we figure out what to do next.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. If I could find you here, others could just as easily. You should keep moving.
You're right. We gotta keep a low profile in any case. But at least we're alive, and we'll be together.
I wish you all luck. Take care.
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
We got a real party going on here.
You're Clint's man, I gather.
Yep. He weren't kidding. You're a real bloodhound to track these pervs down like you did.
Wait there. I'll handle this.
Well, look who we have here. Managed to escape our boss, did you? Kinda wish one of you'd gone down. Would have meant bigger shares of the bounty for the rest of us. It'll certainly be a bigger share with you out of the picture. You gonna walk away, or have we gotta convince you? Violently.
Why would I try to avoid the fight? I can't think of any reason. Also, I just hope I didn't miss, like... So can I just say there's one thing? I don't know why they're referencing Bart and Andy as being perverts, but let me just set aside any implication that anything's happening. From the drawings that we found, drawn by Liam himself, Liam seems to be super pro this relationship. Here's Daddy, here's my uncle, here's scenes of us doing fun stuff together. Usually if a kid is like mistrustful of an adult, they don't draw like a lot of photographs of them like having a good time and hanging out and just like being cool friends. So I don't have any reason to believe that the two of these guys were up to anything other than maybe with one another, and that's frankly none of my business. So I really hope I didn't miss a drawing that cast further illumination on that. I doubt it very much. Here's the thing. I would not trust the try to avoid fight, because if I'm like, well, how about I just leave and you guys do your business, they're gonna kill these guys, and I don't want them to do that, so...
You talk tough. Think you can back that up?
Oh, we're gonna back it up, all right. Kill him!
You're protecting those...
Next. Okay, that was a good hit. We can try out our level... Oh, can I... No. Okay. I didn't know if we could, like, get over here with the spear. All right, so just kick you away and... Okay, and now we'll go take your friend. There we go. Next. Anyone else? Oh, yes, there are. Among other things, I'm sort of banking, honestly, maybe this is a bit of metagaming, but I am banking a bit on there being lines the developers would not cross in their video game story. Oh, I thought that was an extra hand, but no, it is in fact his. Also, sorry, because there was chat as well. Semtex is saying, I love Doom, especially Doom Eternal. I've never replayed a game as much as Doom Eternal. See, that's really interesting to me, because, so I have not yet played Doom 2016, so I have not played Doom Eternal either. I heard, it seemed to me that Doom Eternal was a much more divisive product for people than the previous game. I don't have like a single coherent storyline about what it was that people felt was unsteady about it. They wanted it done differently or whatever, but I feel like it's always interesting to hear from people who are like, actually, I love that game. Because I'll tell you this, I don't know that I've talked to anybody who hated the game. There was just some people like, like, my overall sense is that people feel like it tried to do too much, it tried to add too much, and moved away from the simplicity that they had enjoyed in Doom 2016. And note that this is not me making this assessment, but rather my overall sense from people who have spent a lot of time with it. Oh boy, that's a little off center. See, like, Jab did not like it, for example, Doom Eternal. Sure. I guess I'll take this. I have Doom 2016. I do intend to play it. And that, by contrast, probably would be on stream. It may not be a full playthrough, but I would say that it's at least worth an audition stream. Because just too many people have enjoyed it too much for me to not be very curious to check it out. Also, Lord Impa is saying, in my opinion, hold on, I assume it's because of how close he was to kids who weren't his, and that most people were apparently ostracizing him from the unit. So I think it's one of those, or a combination of both. It could be, like, one begets the other, and suddenly there's, like, rumors and whispers, when in fact he's just, like he's in a relationship with the father, and the kid has two awesome parents. The people who hate him make up things to target his mental state specifically, hence why they call him a pervert. And Lord is saying, now that's a brethren of mine. Yeah, also a big fan of Doom Eternal. Fox is saying Doom Eternal had platforming that honestly pulled away from the pacing. That sounds like what I've heard. However, it's also easy for me to imagine that there would be people who, like, they like the break in the... They like that break in the pacing, like the variety of activities. Like, that's one of the things that I like in open world games. Like, this game has a lot of navigation, a lot of platforming and stuff. But it also just has, like, even if mechanically we're often doing some of the same stuff, like swinging weapons and, like, charging past zombies and trying to just get past that person. Thematically, it feels like there's a variety of different activities where sometimes it's navigating this, you know, particular... parkour sequence, or fighting this boss, or crafting some weapons, or, like, it just feels like there's a lot of stuff to do. It's what I like about open world games. When you're playing Ori, like Ori and the Blind Forest, it feels much more similar with, like, there's a lot less freedom to choose what you want to do next. That's not a knock against Ori, it's just a recognition that I like open world games. And I liked Ori a lot too, but you can do a couple things in Ori. You can jump, you can attack, and you can die. And I did that third thing most of all.
Fine, doesn't matter.
Was that game actually finished on, like, New Year's Eve? I think it was finished, like, New Year's Eve 2022. Ah, here we go.
You're back. And?
And your boy Clint was a real charmer. Thanks for that.
Look, I had to double down on finding Bart. Tell me you found him at least.
I did.
And?
Here's his dog tags. He's a little too dead right now to need them anymore.
But Aiden! You weren't supposed to kill him. Even I wasn't gonna let that happen.
He attacked me. I had to defend myself.
I see. But the map. Tell me you at least got the map.
I'm a little concerned that I was supposed to go to the library. So here's the thing. I don't like being hired to do a job and then not doing it. I was hired to, like, bring this woman the truth about Bart, and I have been successfully convinced not to do that on moral ground. I am going to give her the map.
Right here, as promised. And I know it's not a map.
Whatever. Thank fucking Christ. If the Colonel or anyone had gotten a hold of this, it would have fucked up months of planning. Things are now unfucked. Thanks to you.
I'm glad to hear it.
I'm putting my faith in her, and we've heard her name, I just don't remember it right now. I don't think she's a bad person, because when we presented the evidence about the not poisoning, she listened, and she was like, well, technically she was like, okay, go ahead and drink that, and if you don't die on the spot. But the point is, she could be swayed. She was interested in finding and then confirming the truth. So I'm putting some faith in her that she is not a bad person, and again, the plans, I don't... Wait, did somebody get away?
I'm starting to think something had happened to you. Haven't heard from you in so long.
Okay.
Not all right, though.
Also, Samalander was saying Diablo 1 had a serviceable story. Diablo 2 wrapped it up, or amped it up. Hold on, it just moved slightly. Larg. I had it. We were so close. Ramped it up. But I loved that it was told through the eyes of somebody who had been following the Wanderer. Why am I failing at getting this? Hold on. Samalander, hold on one second. Hold on, I am super failing at this. I love that it was told through the eyes of somebody who followed the Wanderer accidentally. I never played 3. Hold on just one second. So, I don't know the meaning of what was just posted in chat. And it doesn't seem super cool, so one second. Let's go with that. Okay, so hello to Batman Greatest Detective. I didn't follow the meaning of that. Hello to you, and I hope you've had a good weekend. And let's see what your second message is in the chat. Otherwise, there were some magnifying glasses over here that I felt like I wanted to look at, except now they're not present. Samalander, I don't think that I can do anything resembling a good rundown of the Diablo 3 storyline. At least not right now. Because it's been a while. But it was very... See, now that I'm on the topic, I'm getting mad about it all over again. The Diablo 3 storyline was at the same time so basic. It was so simple. Samalander, it was so simple. And somehow incredibly overwrought and took forever to say anything at all. It also fell into what I consider to be an absolute death trap of mistaking the fact that people started to meme about the character Deckard Cain into... Like, they mistook... Remember when, like, Snakes on the Plane suddenly got, like, a huge amount of attention, and then the development company was like, oh, wow, people really like Snakes on a Plane. No, people were making fun of Snakes on a Plane. There's a difference. They weren't affectionate towards Snakes on a Plane. They were laughing at it because it was such a silly and, like, overly basic premise. Same thing happened with Morbius. Like, people actually successfully convinced some studios executives somewhere at Sony to re-release Morbius into theaters because everybody was talking about it. The fact that they were making fun of it seemed to go over their heads. The same thing is true of Deckard Cain, but for some reason, people at Blizzard misunderstood all of the memes about stay a while and listen as being like, oh man, people really like Deckard Cain. Isn't he such a great character? He has the one thing that he says. He has the one thing that he says. Let's base an entire game off of him and his character and his story. And it's like, no, guys, no. Nobody was excited about Deckard Cain. Nobody likes Deckard Cain. People were making fun of him. Like he's just this one recognizable sound clip from the game. But they made Sam Melander an entire game about him and his loser, stupid niece. Was it like Uncle Deckard? Isn't that what she called him all the time? Oh my God. Sam Melander, I don't know that the story for Diablo 3 could be spoiled, but nonetheless, I am going to adhere. All I'm saying is that the entire story of Diablo 3 could be recited, at least the base game, in its entirety in 2 sentences. It's so simple. And there's a lot of garbage that happens, but none of it actually means anything. Oh, that went really well. I feel like I've fought those particular bandits on many occasions, but every time I do, I get some mutation samples, so I like it. Impa says, don't even get me started on that. It was like Child's Play, literally like a child has made it. If you're talking about the story from Diablo 3, and Diablo 3 started off with really bad mechanics, and then over time got much, much better mechanics, and it became a lot of fun to play, solo, a lot of fun to play with friends, and ultimately that's what matters. But yeah, the storyline was just awful, and it took itself so seriously. It really felt like it wanted you to be impressed. Wow, oh man, they've expanded the Deckard Cain family tree with fucking Lila Cain or whatever her name was. Oh, I kicked one up onto the higher plane and into the other. There had to be a little bit of auto-targeting there. And there is a person there. So I feel like when there's ivy growing on the vines, I can't climb on it. That is a rule from The Last of Us, but I just want to see. Nope, you can climb on it. Ish.
This is Lance Gallagher. Supplies running short.
Hello, can you hear me?
I don't know how much longer.
Hello? Piece of crap. Lawan, I found an old radio. Someone needs help, but the signal's too weak, even on a roof.
Okay, savior of the oppressed. Get closer to something that'll boost the signal. Ever hear of an antenna?
Thanks, Lawan.
Try not to fall, okay?
Okay, I just if I remember correctly, and it's been a while, the story of Diablo 3 is that a shooting star comes down out of the sky and goes into a church and punctures several layers of crypts down into the church. And upon hearing this, Deckard Cain goes to his niece, whatever the fuck her name is. I don't, it was Lila or Lilith or Lily. What the hell was her name? It's going to be like Adrian or something. But he goes to his niece and he says, "Oh, Abramovich, look here. It says right in the book that when the shooting star comes down, it shall be a great portent of a return of great evil." Oh, Uncle, you and your stories. No, look. Right here, I can show you the page. I'm pointing at it with my finger. It says right here that a great evil will rise up and skeletons and King Leoric will be back. And then the spider monsters shall roam the earth. All of the things that are happening in the world are literally written down right here. Look with your eyes. Oh, Uncle, you and your crazy stories. Let's put you to bed now. And it's so fucking annoying. It's so annoying, Sam Melander, that it really, really, really got under my skin that Deckard Cain is being so aggressively and passive-aggressively dismissed by his own blood, who then spends the rest of the game, oh, I love my uncle so much. You couldn't have been more disrespectful towards him when he was alive. And also just the idea that this is how this is how Blizzard decided to honor the fan-favorite character of Deckard Cain by having the people closest to him just like, oh, uncle, like, oh my god, oh, it was so terrible. And like so many of the characters telegraph their intentions way in advance. I'm sorry, I shouldn't get as animated about it as I am, but I really mean it. I really mean it when I say that of all the games I've ever played, all the narrative games, all the action games, all the RPGs, I really think it has the stupidest story of any game that I've ever played. Not any story that I've ever encountered, but Jesus fucking Christ. And like the thing that you really miss out on like a recap is like how long it goes on, how much the characters talk. Salamander, it is not only possible, but common that you will kill a boss while they're still introducing themselves, and I'm not kidding. Oh my god, what was her, like Melatele, the Spider Queen or something? She has an opening monologue that is measured in acts. You have to get up and get a drink while she's still talking about what she's going to do with you, while you have drained 85% of her life. Oh, I'm not gonna make that. Oh, shit. Okay, I am too tilted right now about Diablo 3. Diablo 3 is worth playing for a variety of reasons, but none of them have anything to do with the storyline. And what's weird, unfortunately, is that I can't actually recommend skipping the storyline because there is a progression to the game and learning the mechanics that is, I still think, best encountered through that story. But it's just like, just understand that, yeah, like, you can actually kill most of the enemies while they are still describing how bold and powerful and fantastic they are. Oh boy. We both felt embarrassed, but I shall tell no one of our foibles. Oh, I tried to do the grapple. Queen Ariane, brood mother of something. Yeah, that sounds about right. Also, Jody K saying, tell me how you really feel. I think that we did a lot this episode, and I actually had intended to end probably about an hour ago. I'll say this. Turning the fog up, it's possible that there's certain places where it makes a difference and I'm just not seeing it, but it didn't make the game run any worse, so we're going to leave it like this. Jägermeister saying, brood mother of introductions. I'm sorry for the rant. I don't often just go off on something, but it is... Somebody at Blizzard would really have to set their mind to come up with a story that had less going on and more characters and be more basic and less interesting and more long-winded than Diablo 3. I honestly doubt that it is possible. Nobody hates themselves and their voice actors that much. Nobody. So anyway, that's Diablo 3. So yeah, that all came around to like, I do think that I'm probably going to play Diablo 4 at some point. I don't know that it's going to be, anytime soon, but it'll probably be off stream because we've got a lot of other games that, like, frankly, I think are just more interesting. You never know when I'm going to fall off of a building suddenly. We're going to be respawning. That's the nature of the game. Scaly1 is saying, makes a note not to mention Diablo 3 in Angel's chat. I really want people to know, like, if you enjoyed the gameplay of Diablo 3, so did we. We played that game for months. This was, I think I was streaming at the time, but like we never streamed any of it. That game was super fun. It was not fun when it came out. Like Salamander had said at one point that he never played Diablo 3 because the presence of the, and I like, Salamander would say this better than I do, but the presence of the real money auction house engendered and motivated gameplay loops that were inherently anti-player and sort of anti-fun. And that was absolutely true when the game came out. Diablo 3 stands, I think, shoulder to shoulder with games like For Honor and No Man's Sky as a game that, through extensive and thorough post-release patching, completely renovated itself in the sort of like pantheon of Diablo games. And what I think that most people would have probably easily considered to be the worst game in the franchise, like now that title most likely goes to Diablo Immortal for many reasons, but yeah, Diablo 3 was renovated into being a very, very, very good game. So I'm not here to rag on Diablo 3. I'm here to rag on Diablo 3's story. And I don't relish tearing down the work of other people, but man, was it bad. It was just really bad. So anyway, there's my Diablo 3 hot takes for now. We're going to call it here. It is so humid. Like, if you're listening to this and like, wow, Angel's really unhinged. Angel is currently in a room that is, I've been in saunas that are less hot than where we are right now. So we're going to call it here and go find somebody fun to raid. You guys, Saturday was technically the first day of my vacation. Tomorrow will be the first day that I'm not reporting to work and actually on vacation. So I don't yet know what the next several days are going to bring us for the availability of streams and fun, but I would expect to see more streams of Dying Light 2, more streams of Riftbreaker, Anno 1800, and Spiritfarer. For some reason, that one always takes a second to come to mind, even though I'm very much enjoying the game. If I were to set a soft goal for myself, I think I'd like to try to finish Spiritfarer over the course of the vacation and then maybe have some time to introduce something brand new. But that's not because I want to race through Spiritfarer. It's just the shorter of the two games. So I would say that we'll probably be back with Spiritfarer as early as tomorrow. And that is going to be where we're going to call it. Oh, there was one more thing. Lord Impa had said, are you going to be playing Ori and the Will of the Wisps? Yes. I don't know when, but yes, and that will be on stream for sure. How much to fund a steam room AC? And we're turning on the air conditioner just after this, Jody K. I thought probably throughout the last 2 hours I should probably take a quick break, run some ads, get the air conditioner up and stuff. But I was thinking, what if it stops the stream? You would be surprised, or maybe you wouldn't, at how many decisions are made on this end to provide the best viewing, the best quality viewing experience and hopefully listening experience for you guys. Really, we think a lot about how do we make it better for you guys. So that's where it is. So we are going to Jody K saying, well, how much for a better breaker box? True, we could probably do with one of those, but no, we'll be good for sure. That was a very long outro. Thank you guys very, very much, and we're going to go find somebody fun to raid. Until next time, I hope you have a great night.